Why are you doing this?
What is going on?
Why wouldn't I do it?
Why?
Why wouldn't I do it?
That's
There's so many different reasons for me to do it.
That's gaslighting.
And yes, I'm gaslighting you.
That's gaslighting.
I have all the luxury to gaslight you. There's no Regi. There's no Alex.
Yeah.
It's just me and you.
And this fucking asshole on the left.
I've been waiting for the day. This face-off.
This a face-off?
Between the Vaughns.
This does feel like a face-off.
I sat here purposely for 2 reasons, by the way. Need to Know family. It's the Need to Know podcast. I am not sitting in my original seat because 2 men should never be on the same couch. So I let the guest.
That's not true.
Nah, in my theory, I don't want to sit on the same couch as another man. I'm cool, bro. That's just me.
I can already feel Regi not being here just fucking shit up.
Oh, this is gonna fuck.
Look at the PC. This nigga said, I can't sit on the couch with another man. What are you talking? What's wrong with you? So you wouldn't sit on a love seat with another man?
Never.
A love seat,
Never in
bro?
my life.
What's wrong with that?
Because I ain't got no love for another man.
Okay,
So
all
what
right.
you mean?
Wow.
I got no love.
Wow.
No love in my heart for you niggas.
You definitely have 2 dads,
Nah.
as you
I
always say.
Yo, don't you got 2 fathers?
Mr. 2 dads.
Nah, them niggas is all right. They cool.
The one nigga that don't want to sit on the couch next to another man is the nigga with 2 dads. Help me out here, please.
Yeah. But I never sat next to them niggas.
You never sat next to them niggas? You came from balls of these people. Like
Not from 2 balls. Just
I know,
one.
just one. I got confused. I got a little confused when I said that. He came from.
All right. You know what?
All right.
It's the Need to Know
double
podcast.
entendre. Come on.
Welcome back to the Need to Know podcast. Is what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. Today we are doing a collaborative episode.
No, we're not.
They had no idea.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But let me get my shit off, because y'all be getting y'all shit off on your podcast, right? Like today, I'm a guest on this podcast. In case you didn't know, there's no Regi, there's no Alex. I'm outnumbered. I'm in their home court, so I had to start with Eye of the Tiger because I felt like I was going to war. Devvon Terrell is wearing fatigue camouflage sweatpants.
I am ready for
With
war.
Lacoste kicks.
The
I've never
most
seen them.
Brooklyn shit I've ever seen in my life. But I came strapped and I came prepared and I came ready. So thank you.
Okay.
Welcome to the show.
Okay.
We have the My Audio Nerds podcast
You are
star,
I literally.
Levens Gene. He is no longer phone man. Anybody who's followed the journey of this podcast, you all know we had an amazing ensemble of people who would always support, who would always show up. But then fame comes.
Come on.
And
What is
sometimes when fame comes, people change. And I watched the Dame Dash interview, and one of the things that he said
watched
about
Dame Dash?
Yeah, I watched Dame Dash.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the people that I look at when I want to judge niggas. He gives me the reason to judge people.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use Dame Dash logic. And yeah, we did have a phone man who hasn't been here
In
other
a long
than
time
to record his pod.
That's a fact.
And
he did disappear.
He actually records his podcast on the same day as us.
On that
But we
couch.
have the one and only, our guy, the genius, Levens, Elgene in the building. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, bro.
Ironically, they already know who the fuck you are. So.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for. Of
course, I'm always
and
here. I'm always
his amazing big bro, his OG. He's big bro.
My big brother. Like big.
You would write that in your last song on your album for me? You would do that.
That's my outro.
Levens would do that.
The other third of the My Audio Nerds
You're
podcast.
OD. This
We
is-
got my guy,
This is
Devvon
not
Terrell in the
promotion.
building.
This is not a cross promo platform podcast. What the fuck ever. This is not what this is.
So what is it?
It is literally a need to know episode that
Yeah.
other people are just not here, and LJ just happened to
I've
be
been here before.
The people, not saying that matter, my bad, no disrespect, but the people that's actually on the show. Why am I explaining this to everybody?
I'm
This
here
has nothing to
every-
do with My Audio Nerds.
For
nothing.
like 2 years. I've been here every week.
Nah, 'cause
it's nothing
It's
different
my
Nah, you
secret
ain't-
podcast.
You ain't been here like a year.
lately. Come on.
You ain't been
Cap.
here like a year, bro.
Cap, this place ain't even been here.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. You haven't been here like a year, and I feel away.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I do.
Damn, my apologies.
You know how when your kids get older
Mhm.
and they stop, like, you like, yo, get off me. I don't want to talk to you no more. That's what's sad. That's what
That's
happened.
not true.
That
Not
is
at all.
true.
I feel it.
It is true.
I feel the wealth. I feel the abundance. You know,
No, it's just
some-
I'm becoming an adult, so like
That's
bills, Bills.
That's true.
You got
Except he
bills
still don't
now.
drive yet, but other than that, you know,
Yeah,
he's
this
becoming
is
an
that.
adult.
You got bills. That's why you can't be
Yeah,
here.
unfortunately, yes.
Okay, I'm not mad
I
at
gotta
that.
like pay bills and people.
Oh, you pay people too? Oh, so you're a boss.
Come on.
Oh my God, that's nasty. Yeah.
Yo,
Hold on.
look what
Start there,
happened, bro.
Let's start there. Just because you paid someone to do your artwork does not make you a boss.
Nah, it kind of do.
No,
a
it
little
does
bit.
not. No, just because you paid $60 to the graphic artist, that does not make you a boss.
What makes you a boss?
Stop.
You made a decision to pay a nigga.
That doesn't make you a boss.
not a boss.
Everybody thinks that because we have a lot of people that's running around like, yo, I'm a boss. I was like, no.
You don't employ people, man. Come
Stop. Stop.
But I think in his case, for his age, his experience, if he's paying anybody, like he's a boss. He's a boss.
So he went to the bodega.
Yeah.
He bought a bag of Cheetos.
Facts.
He a boss?
If he bought it from the store owner. If the owner sold him the chips and he said, yo, I'm putting money in your pocket as the owner, he's his boss.
Everyone's a fucking boss.
That's Dame Dash logic.
Everyone's
I told
a
you I
boss.
was watching Dame Dash.
Everyone's a boss.
I told you.
I paid $8 for my subscription to Netflix.
You're
I'm
not
a
a
boss?
No, you're a worker.
All right. I'm a worker?
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm basic. See, now we're getting to where how you think. See?
Yeah.
I'm a basic hoe.
You might be.
Question, are you the main account holder of your Netflix?
I don't even have Netflix, HBO, gang.
What do you mean you don't have Netflix?
Why would I? They the ops. Why would I have them?
Yeah, they are.
What the fuck would I have them? Why would I even
Excuse
watch
me.
anything? Why would I watch anything other than HBO?
They're his ops, not
What's
my
wrong with
ops.
you, bro.
You have Netflix.
Yes.
I would say you can lie if you want. I will pull up
No,
text. You don't have
I don't
Netflix
have
at all?
Netflix, no.
Why?
They're his ops.
They
He didn't
are
watch
the
Dahmer.
ops, bro. Like, what is wrong with? I didn't watch none of that.
Since
you never
when?
realize whenever y'all talk about a Netflix show, I
Yeah,
never
you
give
don't.
input.
I noticed that.
That shit is ass.
Is that you think Netflix is just ass? That's why you don't have it. The content is ass. That's why you don't have it.
I watch and support the people that pay me. How about that?
This is a man. I'm not gonna lie. Just blink twice, bro. Just blink twice.
I'm
If
just letting you know.
If you need help,
I don't need help. But why wouldn't I, bro?
blink twice. It's okay. Just blink twice.
But think about it.
Uh-huh.
I get paid to watch everything on HBO.
I didn't know.
So why
I-
the fuck would I watch anything else?
I know. Oh
You
my
get
god.
it? Yeah, they're
Right?
ops. The only time I will like steal a subscription is like for Dave Chappelle content.
That's facts.
That's
If it's
nasty.
Dave, then I'll do it. And maybe Kevin Hart. I like Kevin Hart too.
I do too. He drops. What's funny is he drops so much content, bro. Like when I look on Netflix, I'm like, he got another fucking movie. Like, when are you doing this?
Yeah.
And he does
And
stand
it'd
up.
be fire, bro.
It'd be good.
He been
Yeah.
on a run.
He has. He has been on the run.
The last one I saw was the
We watched it. The basketball one. Was it?
the basketball.
No, I'm so sorry.
That's
the best
Adam
friend
Sandler.
one. The best friend one.
Facts
With Mark Wahlberg. That one.
we watched a little bit of it.
Nah.
It was fun. It was funny.
It was amazing.
I
I
just
liked
didn't
it.
like him as a musician. I was like, stop.
As a single, yeah, well, he was the father.
But that's
yeah.
your
Yeah.
bias.
Yes.
You can't not like a role because of your real life. You was hating?
No, I was not hating.
He was hating.
No, I was not hating.
Okay.
Kevin Hart playing the keys threw me off. It was like, what the fuck is going on? And
He
it
could
just
be
throws
nice.
me off.
He could be nice.
He could be. He could be.
What throws me off about
Disrespect. He said the keyboard's too
Wow.
high for Kevin Hart. I didn't say that, but that was disrespect.
Okay.
I'm not perpetuating that in this podcast.
what throws me off with Kevin Hart is he's like the first in shape comedian. Like I've never seen a comedian that was like fit and in shape.
Who?
I've never seen it.
No, not even Eddie Murphy. Because Kevin is really in
No,
shape.
he's like
it's
fit.
part of his brand.
Yeah.
He's fit.
he got his own sportswear. That's true.
Sportswear, He got the
Yeah.
Nike deal.
Oh, we're
He got
bugging.
the show, the TV
Who?
show with the
Who?
athletes.
Joe Rogan. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan is a world class
Yes.
fucking
Boxer,
martial
He's
artist.
different though. But you're right. You're right.
Black.
Yeah.
Black. I'm not talking about white people. Shout out to Joe Rogan.
Shout out
But
to Joe Rogan.
I know what you mean. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm. So it's weird laughing at somebody with muscles. Because you normally don't laugh at people with muscles.
But like,
I'm
when
thinking
you're
about
not, when you're 5'1", we could do it.
All right.
It's
The nigga
balanced.
scoop you. I keep telling you, I'll fucking scoop you. Because you be talking shit, and I'll be like, I'll scoop you, bro. See, I'm short. I know what to do. The first thing I want to go for, I'm just going to scoop you. Because if we get on the ground,
Do you bite?
huh?
Like in fights, you bite?
Fuck y'all bite. Ain't no rules, nigga.
Nah, that's
on,
like,
bro, you
that's,
can't bite.
That's little guy stuff, man.
I
Come
don't
on.
give a fuck.
Come on.
I don't give a fuck.
That's little man stuff,
I don't
man.
care.
The
Call it
fuck?
what it is.
You can't bite people in a fight.
You were blessed at 6 feet something. I
Yeah.
was not. I was 5 something. I got to use what I
I don't
got.
give you the right to bite me.
I will fucking bite you.
But and what if I bite back?
Then you a bitch ass nigga because you tall. And that mean honestly, if you
We can't
tall
do
and you
that.
bite me,
We
that means
can't do
I'm
that.
fucking you up.
Oh, this nigga walked
The
in.
God.
I'm in his seat.
Oh, it's
Gang,
perfect.
gang,
It's
gang.
perfect, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
it might
that's
be.
right.
It might be.
That
perfect.
mean I'm whooping your fucking ass.
Okay.
If you bite, if a tall nigga bite my short ass, I
Yeah.
am beating this tall nigga up.
Nah, but see, that's what I don't like with like these new like campaigns and shit. Everybody
Why?
wants to be equality.
Okay.
Until it's time.
until
yeah,
it's
until it's time for me to
convenient,
bite your ass back.
Yeah.
Okay. This is so funny. You stumbled on something that I've been thinking about a lot
Okay.
lately.
About
If
biting men.
No, not that.
Okay.
If a woman says to me, right?
Yeah.
If she says, I don't date short dudes,
Okay.
is she body shaming me?
Absolutely
Yes.
not.
No, she is. That's body shaming.
She's not body shaming.
That's
you.
not body
That's
shaming?
not body shaming. That's a preference. That's a
That's
preference.
still body shaming.
That's not body shaming.
You hit another word.
I don't.
You're
Yo,
body shaming.
You're
things can
on
be
this
true.
podcast. You could have a seat,
He's
my
coming.
brother.
He's coming.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
coming.
it's a mic right here. It's always a mic for you, King.
So I've been thinking.
He was on the sideline. I'm like, yo, this don't feel right.
Okay. We'll figure it out. We figured it out. But okay. But it's been something I've been thinking about because I've realized nowadays, if you have a preference, you can be scolded for your preference, right? Show love. I feel like you can get scolded for your preference nowadays. Like, think about it right now. Watch this. Watch this.
Okay.
All right, you ready? All right, Leavins. What's your type of girl?
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do
I ain't
that.
doing it.
Don't do that.
See?
I ain't doing it.
Don't do that to this
What's
man.
your type of girl?
Women.
No one wants to say their
I
preference
just
anymore.
said my type. I like women.
That's it?
That's it.
Nothing specific?
The
The ones that like you?
Women that like me is a good. That's a preference.
That's it.
Do you
Welcome
see?
Alex to the show, by the way.
Shout out to Alex.
Yeah. Shout out to the guy. That boy working. That nigga smell like, yo, that couch is money. That's why I ain't sit there.
Oh, that's a
Actually.
new cushion you sitting on too. That's a new cushion. You feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel like rent.
Yeah. Isn't it funny that you feel kind of like withdrawn with saying your preference though nowadays?
I don't.
You don't?
I told you what I like.
Yeah, he better than me.
So
I
there's
told you
nothing.
what I like.
There's nothing else specific.
There's nothing specific.
Nothing specific.
Really not.
Okay.
Hey, you could go through my
He
history.
is lying crazy.
You could go through my history.
He has a type.
Bro, I promise
He
you.
has a type. Out of all of us though, and me too.
my man.
But he has a type.
Yeah, that's my man though.
He got a type.
That's my man on mic so they can hear me.
That's true.
All right, that's my man. You got a type.
You got a
Me.
type.
You don't, Alex. You've known me for a long time.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You got a type. So,
You know me for mad long,
So
bro.
is it-
Like, you know I just give love, bro. I am love, like Diddy.
oh my God,
Love
you
is
triggered me
love.
so
Yeah, I
much.
know.
You know you triggered me. You know what you're doing today.
I know.
So can a girl? So if a girl says her type, right,
Yeah.
and it's her preference, is she wrong for that?
If it's
because
not
if
me,
a girl
yeah.
says, "Yo, I don't date short dudes,"
That don't apply to me, so I don't care. But if it applies to me,
now if I get a girl and say, "I don't date black dudes," now it apply to you. Now, all right, now let's talk about you. Okay.
now we got a problem.
body
Now we
shaming
got-
too?
Why are you talking to me?
Why are you talking to me?
fuck
now?
we doing,
Is that
though?
body shaming too?
What's body shaming? Because I'm black?
Yeah.
Facts. Because there's nothing. Here's my thing.
Y'all are fucking.
Why are you body shaming me for things I cannot control? I can't change that.
Okay.
I'm cool with. I want to say I'm cool with it. I just want
Yeah.
to say
That's
I'm
racist.
fine. Well,
That's
that's
not body shaming. Body shaming is like, yo, you're a little undersized or oversized. Being black and like, yeah, I don't fuck with your black ass. That is racism. So I don't want to blur the lines to the audience. Like, know when you're being profiled and when you're just not her preference.
I've been
There's
really
a
analyzing
difference.
the
Call it a
things
dope.
and the ideologies that we have started to create as a society. And I've been saying to myself, all my life I've had to deal with that, right? With a girl saying, I don't date short dudes.
This nigga trying to get in trouble.
This is something that I can't control. It doesn't make me a bad person.
Yeah.
But is it okay for someone to think that way? I'm okay. I'll be honest with you. I'm okay with somebody saying something like that.
Do you think that hurts you like mentally?
What hurt
Just
me
being
mentally?
short.
Oh, it fucked me up. OD. Because you got to realize something like when you're that short, when you're always at the front of the line,
Oh, you was a line
You was
leader?
a line leader.
I was the line leader ass motherfucker all the time.
Well, that's
bro.
why you're a leader in life.
Yeah.
Ooh, it
Woo.
prepared me.
It
prepared you.
Look at it, full circle.
That's why you're a leader in life.
I
So
feel
you think
Your
you
little
should take
mini
some of that
ass.
trauma and just
It
redirect
was
it?
miniature.
I
to what you
did.
do.
What do you think I did? What do you think my whole life is? Is my whole life is about redirecting the trauma. The whole thing. It's about like putting the energy into other things
Oh, he just
to
said some
compensate
shit.
for it.
Nah, that
That's my
was
whole
a
life is
bar.
redirecting trauma.
That
You
was a
just said
bar.
some shit.
Because
I
it's
think we
true.
all do that.
Yeah,
to a degree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But short men
In a good
specifically.
In a good way
or bad.
Some.
Or it could be a bad way.
Some people
sure.
figure out how to do it, but
Yeah.
not everybody knows how to redirect the trauma. Some people just self-loathe
Yeah.
and just destroy themselves.
But
Yeah.
short men specifically do it. Because we just talked about Kevin.
What about Kev?
Kevin Hart is a brolic comedian.
Yeah, that don't make no sense if you think about it.
Nah, y'all hating on comics. I
Nah, I
ain't gonna
love
let
it
y'all
though.
do it.
I love it. I want
What you mean?
I want my comedians
What you
to
mean?
be like not in shape,
Frail?
Yeah.
but he make it work. Like his brand, like I like what he do.
Yeah, but you know what? Oh, hold on now.
I like what he do.
You might be on to something.
Why?
I want my comedian to have a bad fucking diet.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? I want my comedian.
I know
to be,
he's been through shit.
Yeah, if he don't got a little belly on the end of his, yeah. You know what?
Think about Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
There was like a 4-year run where Dave was wild brolic, like his shoulders,
That's very
and
true.
everybody was looking like, "Who is this nigga? Who did he eat?"
That's
like
true.
Dwayne, what?
Yes, that's true.
Dwayne
You want to know what
Chappelle?
it is? When I see too many muscles on comedians, I start taking them too serious.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take.
You know what?
I don't
love
feel that
seeing
way,
Dave
but-
smoke a cigarette. I enjoy it. I
Why?
know he's unhealthy. I know he's not perfect. He has
There you
something to
go.
speak about.
There
It's
you
like,
go.
oh shit, he's not the perfect-
Imperfection.
Exactly. That's where I
Imperfections.
want my comedy to come from.
Do
That's
you
an
laugh
interesting
at the
thing.
Joe Rogan podcast?
It's not.
I'm about to say,
Sometimes
you be a-
yes,
you're a sick.
but
nigga.
it's a serious. But it's more. There's episodes where he has comedians on where I'm fucking dying. Of course.
Yo,
but when
Crystal,
he's talking
mark
to
this. The ones when he says nah, because he be saying that shit on his pod a lot.
no, he doesn't.
You don't be laughing at that?
He doesn't. He's
He
never
said
said
it
it again.
back in the day.
He said it back in the day.
Okay.
But he hasn't said it
All
again.
right, my fault.
He said back in the day, like it wasn't 3 weeks ago, bro.
It wasn't 3 weeks
wasn't
ago.
It was like 9 months.
It was old. It was old episodes that they
9
compiled,
years.
and he was saying it in the context
Wait.
of certain things.
Well, that was
He
an
wasn't. He never said
Yeah,
those
yeah,
in
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was in the context
It
of
was
a
an
lot of
8-minute
things.
compilation, though.
Yes, because he has 1,500 episodes. Sorry, 1,800 episodes.
And 800. Never mind. You got it.
Yo, the way I love Regi, you love Joe Rogan.
Oh,
That's
D.
not the
I just
case.
said
I-
in real time, I just
You're
it's
playing
fun.
a dangerous game with me.
What's wrong with liking Joe Rogan?
There's
He's cool.
nothing
He's
wrong.
dope.
I really do like Joe Rogan.
Okay,
And
I
I
bet.
have forgiven him
That's
for
all I said.
Oh,
his past discretions as far as what everybody has.
I think a lot
has
of people
said.
have.
I see what you're saying.
I super have forgiven him, but that's neither here nor there.
Yo, he
I love
turns
seeing
into,
him.
you
I
know,
love seeing him
election
on
day was the
video.
other day.
It was.
They voted for you?
Who?
Anybody?
No one
Because you're a
voted for
whole
me.
politician, bro.
No.
You turn
You
that
wasn't
shit
on the
on.
ballot. I thought you was on there with Herschel Walker in him. You know,
Herschel Walker.
He
and,
ran.
and did he win?
And,
he did win
He
actually.
won.
Herschel did win, and I'm
Wow.
make sure. Yeah, he did.
There's been a lot of
in Georgia?
a lot.
No, I don't think
Georgia.
so. No,
It's in Georgia.
I'm gonna make sure.
Georgia.
Herschel?
I believe Georgia, yeah.
It's Georgia.
I
Yeah,
believe
yeah. He had a lot of pushback.
But I thought it was a runoff. I could be wrong.
A runoff.
Yeah, I think
What do
they're
you
gonna have. He was supposed to be a senator, right?
Yeah,
running
it's a
for
senator. It's
Yeah,
senator.
it's gonna be a runoff. It was too close to call, so they're gonna have a runoff.
So it
in
didn't
Georgia.
get decided.
What that mean? They do a
Wait,
40-yard dash?
he's right. It hasn't been. It hasn't been officially decided.
So they're gonna have
Interesting.
another
What's a
round
runoff,
of voting.
A
What's a runoff?
Sound like
when
a
niggas
tie.
line up?
I don't
And
know.
they
I don't
sprint?
know.
All right, but you want to know what it is? It's a lot of voter suppression in southern states, the Georgias, you know, those type of states where they're trying to suppress people of color to vote. So you might not get the final decision at the end of the night. There's some people that voted early, or some people that there was a discrepancy when they got there because they was trying to vote to suppress them. So it has a lot to do with that.
Because
So
that
isn't it-
election, it has a big deal to play with the House.
Yes.
So that's I don't want to spread conspiracies and
No
stuff.
conspiracy.
That's
But
what the
then-
podcasts are for.
It
It doesn't mean it's
low-key,
factual.
right?
Yeah,
a
but we don't
conspiracy,
have to
like,
be
bro,
those
you just said, "Hey,
people.
I love Joe Rogan." His whole thing is a conspiracy theory.
So
He,
runoff.
like his
No,
a
his
lot
whole
of
thing's
a
not
lot of
a
his content is conspiracy based,
Mm-hmm.
which is why a lot of people like drawn to it.
Not
so
really.
please give your conspiracy.
Not really.
I would think so.
Not
His
all of- not a
artwork
lot
has
of
the
it.
third eye.
yeah. Because
Conspiracy
it's
man.
He woke.
it's not that. It's just
About
that he's
something,
actually
I don't
you
know.
know what it is? He has a lot of conversations, right? That
Word.
are considered taboo.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
all they are conversations.
Facts.
And that's why I am an actual fan of the show, because he's having conversations with not only people he agrees with, but also people he disagrees with. And that's the kind of content I like to absorb, because I just feel like when people listen to content all the time that they only agree with, it's an echo chamber, right?
For sure.
Your perspective, you're never gonna grow as a person, because all you're doing is getting a confirmation bias from everything that you're ever getting. But I learned so much from the other side when people have a different perspective from me. And that's why my beliefs don't define me, because they can change.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So like what my belief system is today, it doesn't define who I am.
For
because
sure.
at the end of the day, you can say plenty of things have been said in this podcast. I'm like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. You changed my perspective. So I like listening to people that I disagree, but I don't agree with everything he says.
No, I don't think you do.
Yeah.
I wasn't putting that on you.
No,
What I'm
no, I
saying
know.
is a lot of his content is conspiracy based, which is how he created such a massive audience in the early days. That was really one of his things, conspiracies. He would bring people who believe these wild conspiracies, some factual, some not, and he would openly discuss them.
You know what I blame?
With the
You're
government,
right.
all of that.
I just think the word, you know what it is? The word conspiracy theory, it just has a certain tone to it that makes it sound like mumbo jumbo. You know what I mean? It's
that's
like,
not what I'm trying to put
I know
on
you're not.
you
I
or
know.
him.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying it. Like that's what I think my because what you said, I was like, oh yeah, dead on. But I think that word conspiracy theory is where it's like it makes it feel like we've destroyed that word. You know what I mean?
I blame Fear Factor. He saw some of y'all niggas do all that nasty shit, and then he went into conspiracy mode.
He had to start thinking.
First
He
off,
couldn't believe some of y'all would eat horse scrotum.
you're right.
Horse scrotum.
An elk
You couldn't
penis.
believe it.
Yo, Fear Factor was a nasty fucking
It was
show.
a terrible
It
show.
was worth it though.
No, it was a great show.
They need
No,
to
I'm
spin
not
that.
terrible. Like,
It was
as in-
nasty though.
It was,
But it was
what
it was
they
a
were doing
nasty
was
show.
terrible.
Yeah,
but
it was a
for
nasty
50K?
content.
They gotta spin that. Would y'all do it? Would y'all partake?
No.
A need to know Fear Factor?
In Fear Factor?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Why did you answer so quickly?
You said yes?
Absolutely, I would do a Fear Factor.
I
want
can't
you
do
partake.
roaches. They like to play with roaches too much. They play too much with that fucking roach shit. Roaches is
Yeah,
bro.
I'm there's
from
a few things.
trauma.
There's a few things that I wouldn't do,
What?
and the roaches. You know what? 50,000. I could get past the roaches.
50K, 50K.
I can get past the roaches. I think I could.
Yeah, and y'all lying if y'all say y'all don't.
I'm not eating a roach for 50.
I
with you.
can't.
Rich
I
nigga.
can't.
I eat
yeah.
a roach.
Rich
Yeah,
nigga.
that's what rich niggas say.
No, it's
I
not.
would eat a roach for 50
You know what I
bands.
can't do? I can't
50
do
bands, bro?
the stunts where they drowned you.
Oh, yeah.
Or where you're underwater
Chris
and
Angel type
and they
shit.
lock your arms.
play
in the
too
shit.
much.
That
Yeah.
is
You playing
where
too
it's
much.
like you.
Yeah,
I'm
nah.
about to die on
Yeah,
camera,
nah,
man.
fuck
Like,
around.
get me out of here. Your
Yeah.
ratings don't need me to die.
Yeah, I play too much.
Yeah, I'm
I feel
cool on
you.
that.
I feel you.
I can
Yeah.
do everything else. I
like
can
a
do the
cricket?
bugs.
Yeah.
I can eat
I
a
can eat a
cricket.
cricket.
Yeah.
But when you talk about elk penis, that's a whole nother vibe. Like that's a whole nother vibe. I remember that was the last episode of Fear Factor I ever watched. I remember when he said elk penis. I said,
And they grind that shit up, put in the smoothie, then they add ants and shit.
Nah, that should be the whole thing. It'd be like 11 inches of elk.
fucking dick, just dick in a jar, chopped up.
Put it
I
in a
was
hot
like,
dog bun.
in a
Call
bun,
it.
put some with milk. I don't know why they always get milk with the shit. That is a bro.
Milk and penis sounds.
I will
crazy.
say this
Roaches?
though, Fear Factor can't come back because there are very few things people are not willing to do. Look at the amount of shit they do for free just to go viral.
That is kind of true. Nah, that show would crack today.
Yo.
Today, Fear
Yeah.
Factor would crack. What I remember, Ludacris was doing it for a little while.
Yeah.
But it ain't hit
Yeah.
the same
It
as
didn't.
the a
It
little.
did-
You need a little on the host. You need a little bit of that. Though. You need a little bit of that
Yo,
on the
Dev
host.
said, Dev said, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. Yo, nah, he's not. I love him. I really do enjoy his content. He's not.
He just
not,
fucking
But
with
it's
you.
fun. It's
just
fun to
fucking with
say
you.
that.
Nah, cinnamon
Nah, that's a
challenge.
little
Nah, I
fun.
said cinnamon. Yeah, it would be whack. The Fear Factor would bring like the cinnamon challenge and shit like that.
No, they wouldn't do that.
No, now
They would make a
It
nigga.
would be soft, bro.
You would be eating elk penis from the Appalachian Mountains of fucking West Bubblefuck with
Upside down.
Cambodian milk.
one-
With a
It's a-
butt plug.
Yeah, you're nuts. Have you watched Family Feud today?
No.
Family Feud is nuts.
What they doing on there?
They need-
Steve
It's not-
Harvey in it,
It's
right?
not for family.
It's not for
It's not for-
families.
It's X-rated.
It's so
What
X-rated.
are they asking?
They're asking shit like, what if you had a room by yourself with
know
your
what?
husband, what items would you bring? And I'm like,
You
I
know
was
what
sitting there
pissed
with
me
my
off, too?
grandmother, like, huh?
And what pissed me off is when they say something crazy, Steve always want to act surprised. Like,
He's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
how dare you?
Hey,
dick
look.
in the
Here we go right
booty.
here. Look.
Pants when he's going on a hot date.
This may be inappropriate.
Boner.
Oh, this show ain't gonna make it through years. Someone is saluting the truth.
Here, let's try another one.
Bro,
Something
it's
going on
wild
that you're
shit.
trying to
It's-
squeeze into.
What he said?
Let's check this one out.
He says those questions be wild. And it's not even like on some like, oh, I see what they trying to do there.
Yeah.
No, it be like,
Direct
no.
as hell, yeah.
Dick.
Everybody home.
Those producers are amazing. They do a great
Oh,
job.
they know how to keep that
at
show
curating.
running.
At
Yeah.
curating. I think I seen one of the questions was if you could take one body part from Steve, what would it be? And his old grandmother looked him dead in his face and said, "His lips, Steve."
I take that goddamn mustache.
Yeah.
Me too.
Y'all want Steve Harvey mustache?
I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, you.
So I'm like,
You could
I'll
take
take
that.
whatever.
You need that. I feel you. That's true.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
definitely
Shout
would.
out to you, no facial hair, man.
Yeah, man. I'll
That's
make it work.
tough.
I'll make it work.
Would I take?
Wait.
Would I rather be tall?
Oh, wait, time out.
Would I rather
Time
be
out.
tall?
This nigga said,
Yeah.
"That's tough."
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
Fuck the beard, right?
what was you gonna ask? Would you rather my height without the lack of facial hair follicles? I make it work though. I got a little like 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
I'm a little cute.
Watch this. Would you
No,
rather
this
be
shit-
my
this shit
height
not-
and have a fucking? I'm talking about you could do it. Look, nigga shook his head
Yeah,
immediately.
absolutely not.
See?
Absolutely
See?
not.
Y'all don't want this
But
life.
ask the question. Finish the question.
Would you rather be short and fucking full of facial hair, or would you rather be tall and a bald fucking eagle?
How big is mine?
In all. Wait.
Whoa. We not doing the dick thing. Hey, because it's been proven.
Yeah, I said dick. I just said.
Y'all keep thinking.
All Alex said was how big is mine.
Let me
And
say
look at
something.
y'all.
Let me say something.
How big is what?
I don't know.
That short
How big
shit
is mine?
and correlating with dicks, that's a myth.
Word.
I'm just saying.
Nah, I know. That's why I was just asking, because I don't give a fuck when all right, let me shut up.
Okay.
All right, fuck it.
Good job. Tall people and dicks and short people and dicks, that's a myth.
I never said that.
I've been listening
That
to a
nigga fighting
podcast.
his case right now. You hear that nigga?
She holding
That's a
down.
myth.
Like, you're the only one getting defensive,
Because
bro. We said
that's where
nothing.
y'all went.
On the tall side,
That's
we
what
said
y'all went.
No,
nothing.
you had asked me a question.
What I said?
I said I don't give a fuck about the height. Just how big is mine?
Right. And I said, wait.
It could have been a lot, though. It could have been how big is his feet, because he want to get the kid size or the
Yeah.
adult size.
Okay,
It could
Steve.
have been anything. It could have been a ring,
Okay,
ring
Steve.
That's what I'm
finger,
saying,
all
say.
that.
How big is my brain?
Brain.
The fuck is he talking about? I'm trying to be smart.
I don't mean shit. I know a lot of niggas with brains that's dumb as
Nah,
hell.
if you got a big brain and you stupid, God just wasted brain
Show
cells
me
on
my
that.
big
forehead, but she,
A big forehead girl?
Alright,
Alright. I ain't gonna lie.
Crystal!
Yeah, that nigga's done. His
Please.
whole career is done. Pack him the fuck up.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, before you came here, it was a lot of audio nerds energy, but I think you really swung the pendulum a little bit like back to our way,
Yo,
bro.
yo, hey,
I ain't
I'm so
gonna,
nerd.
I
Hey.
felt like they was gonna jump me, bro. Like,
Nigga said it's a collab episode. I did not like that shit. I did not
Nah,
like
this is a
that.
collab.
Nah,
No,
stop.
it's a
Hold on.
the original members of both podcasts. This is a collab.
shit.
It's not a collab episode.
How much it was to book y'all today? What's y'all niggas rate now? I heard y'all niggas getting real big over there. Nah, I had to come through, make sure that niggas wasn't drying up the vagina in the room. Word. I was driving fast though.
I was like, wait, hold up. We gonna have to figure this thing out. That's why I sit on the couch with L.
Oh.
That's why I'm
It was
in
gonna
your
transfer.
seat.
First
Yeah,
off,
yeah, yeah.
he said he doesn't like to sit on a couch with another man. He said he won't do that. I just found that out about him.
That nigga got 30 brothers.
See?
Do not, they had to share minivans. Niggas had to share lunch lines. Do not listen to this nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Got two dads. I told you. It must.
It's funny because this nigga said fathers. You said fathers, and you
He
went
said
straight to my brothers.
It's true though. You got the most niggas around you in life, and you don't
But I
want to
don't
sit
be
next
sitting
to
on
them.
couches with them, bro. I'm really not into it.
we saw you sit next to Joe on the couch.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
There is footage of that.
There is footage
There
of
is
that.
footage of you sitting
You
on
know,
that couch.
sometimes I really wish I could just like take some of that part of my life and be like, yo, when that shit happened.
Keep it a buck. How scared were you
When?
when they asked you to get on that mic that day?
What day? It was
That
When
day
they
when
said,
you was
"Get
on the
on the mic."
couch with them and they told you to hop on the mic.
Well, no man has ever said hop on the mic to me, but
My fault.
Yo, we are fucking done. Stop.
nah,
Go
nobody
ahead.
ever said that. This is why we need Reggie. Reggie, we miss you. We love you.
Facts. This shit is fucked up.
honestly, I wasn't even. I just like that wasn't my role over there.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just like, what do you need me on camera? What do you need me on the couch for? That wasn't my role.
You taught a whole generation of men though.
Yo, talk to him.
I mean,
There was a thing that he taught us. I'm not bringing it up because his
Please
trauma.
don't. Please
But
don't.
he taught a whole generation of men some shit that I was like, I didn't even know that. I remember calling you like, yo, did you know that that's like public and
thing?
shit? Like the thing.
I'm one of the leaders of the new school.
You are.
Like,
You are.
seriously. Like I'm really
like
one
that.
of the leaders. Bro,
Leaders
it's
of the new
weird. It's weird how I've found myself in this position. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Like niggas big bro me. I'm like, nigga, what do you mean big bro?
That's
What the
weird,
fuck? I
right?
don't even do nothing.
I don't
Nah,
like
but
that.
take the big bro though.
Yeah, I don't really want that.
I'm cool.
Like today, I tweeted some shit. It was very simple.
Okay.
Very like matter of fact. Just me feeling real grateful for the position I'm in. I'm like, yo, I can't believe I work where I work.
Right.
And it
Right.
blew the fuck up. It was like, hey, congratulations,
Y'all hear
bitch!
him?
I've been there for a year.
No. You work at somewhere really fucking cool.
It was alright.
Of course, people are gonna fucking be elated. It's not alright, nigga. Don't
No,
stop
it
it.
is. No, you missed it. You missed it. Earlier.
Missed what?
I was bigging up.
Oh, you missed it?
HBO. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
He
yeah.
was. He said he doesn't have a Netflix subscription. It confused me.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Tell him to hook you
Why would I
up.
have-
you going
do you
with
listen to other radio stations?
What?
Not no more.
You
Let
see-
me tell you something. It's Pandora, Sirius XM.
You see what I'm saying?
Yo, y'all my people too. I get a couple.
Look at his gang. Look at gang.
Yo, listen.
Pandora pays too, by the way.
Do they? That's
Pandora
my
pays.
people.
We're in
Pandora
gangs.
got paid.
Yeah, come on.
We're in gangs.
They're my people over there.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, man.
I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. I'm proud of y'all though, man. A lot, our lives have changed so much in the course of a year. If I watched the first episode we did together to now, I'm like, man, little did I know what was about to fucking happen. Like here,
And
here.
just in life, right?
Like,
Yeah.
do you go record at any other studio?
What do you mean?
Do you record at any other studio?
No.
Why would he?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he got
But I was recording at home before.
That's a studio in itself.
Yeah.
Your home is
Yeah.
a whole studio.
I'm confused.
That's your whole
We're
studio.
applauding you for your growth.
Yes,
Because you said when we first did a podcast, we were going to other various studios to record.
Yeah.
And now we only record in the studios that you own, which is black owned by a miniature man.
All right, yo, he said he go if he fly from over there to there and beat your ass, I ain't saving him, bro.
He looked at me and called me a bald eagle. And y'all let it rock. Y'all let it, like,
When he did that,
he called me a bald
I
eagle.
wasn't in here when he said that.
he was.
Right in front of your face.
I was right here.
And y'all just let it happen. And I'm
I ain't
like,
gonna lie.
I gotta
I've
get
heard
back.
a lot of short jokes in my life. I've never been called miniature.
I like that.
In my life, I've never been called miniature.
Lord Farquaad, who that nigga from Shrek?
Lord Farquaad.
Lord
Farquaad. Who that nigga? Gingerbread in them. Word.
Nah, bro. Kevin Hart was Tyrion.
You call me miniature, my nigga? What the fuck is
Nah,
wrong with
shoot
you,
I feel like
man?
that was a nice one, though.
Miniature?
Yeah,
is
yo,
nuts,
Shoot
bro.
the fair one. I hold your headphones.
Nah, don't do that.
Oh,
Hold my headphones? What? What
Yeah,
you said?
shoot it. I'm gonna
shoot
hold
the
your
fair
headphones.
one.
Oh.
So I can fight.
Please
Man,
don't.
fuck you, man.
I'm so, bro, you call me a bald eagle.
that was crazy.
That's
I ain't gonna
that's-
catch that.
I'm really bald.
I ain't gonna lie,
What's going
Like, I
on
got
here?
no hair
When I
anywhere.
said that, I was like, damn, that was a little much. I shot from half on that one. My bad.
It went in. It hurt. It stung a little bit. It stung a little bit.
I don't like sitting across from Savon.
I love this.
I don't like sitting across from you.
Showdown.
It feels weird.
love
And
it.
then this nigga's on my side with the podcast. This is a co-podcast.
Yo.
Yeah, it is. It is. This is a collab.
collab.
Now that Alex is here, and
what
we
up, y'all?
gave a shout out to Sirius. I know Drake canceled
Yes.
his Sirius his shows, right, at the Apollo.
Yeah, but he came back with 2 more dates.
He came back with two
Came
more
back
dates.
with 2 more dates. He wanted to just honor Takeoff correctly, I'm hearing.
Okay.
So he is
All
coming
right.
back with 2 more dates.
okay.
So yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to talk about his album. We don't have to
Word.
stay there long, but I feel like it's such a massive release. Alex is now here. We got the Audio Nerds podcast.
Hey.
LG, he's super producer. I know you have a breakdown for the pod. So yeah, I just wanted to open the floor and talk about the album real quick.
Yeah, man, Her Loss is out.
Shit is hard.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so happy he pushed it back so he didn't have to release the same day as Taylor Swift.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, nah, facts. I know. OV 40 caught COVID. Word. Yeah, nah.
Not really.
Yeah, word.
That was the excuse?
Yeah.
He used the COVID excuse?
He used that in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. Like,
Literally in the 4th quarter.
I can't get that off at school.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even mad at it because you
Yeah.
can't say anything to it.
No,
Yeah.
that's
COVID is a
why
bulletproof
it's
excuse.
It's a
Absolutely.
bullet.
Yeah,
no one's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
question you.
You can't say
I've
anything
seen
like
people
that.
do evil things with that excuse. I'm not going into it, but
I skated through senior year with that excuse.
shut your mouth. Does this kid know this is being recorded?
I got my diploma
fine.
already. They gonna
He's
take my
good.
diploma back?
He's
Nah,
fine.
yeah. Nah,
Alright.
talk to Dev because he be
You're
too
good.
scared after the fact.
Yeah,
Talk to your
come on.
man.
Have you seen what they do in the? All right, let me.
Yo,
let me
did
shut
they
the fuck
vote
up.
for you last week or not?
Nah, they ain't vote
Like,
for me.
relax, politician. God damn.
They ain't vote for me.
Let my man get his shit off.
Nah, that's funny. But nah, I'm glad they did that. When I first saw the album was being released, I got to be honest with y'all, right? Been a Drake fan for years.
Facts.
I fuck with 21, but I've never been like a 21 fan. I've just been a very casual listener. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? So I got to be honest with y'all. I didn't really have a lot of expectations with this. You know, for us, we coming up, yo, the What a Time to Be Alive, the Drake and Future project, yo, that's our collab.
One of the one.
Right? When we think about Drake and collab, that's the one we think about. So I got to be honest with you. I didn't have any expectations, no feelings for it, and then it dropped. And I gotta say, man, I'm very elated. I'm very elated for bigger artists to be doing things correctly. You feel me? And I'll speak more on it. I want to hear what y'all initial thoughts when y'all first saw it.
Fucking hard.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's crazy because you
Yeah.
could take any Drake project, put it on shuffle, and it sounds like it belongs in whatever time period that Drake has been in throughout the last 10 years.
That's true.
So you could take some of these songs and put it on whatever came out in 2015
Yeah.
to even 2012 probably. There's like a few cadences, a few songs that you could do that with. So for me, it just reinforced that this man is timeless. He found a formula, and he really doesn't say shit. But it's okay that he doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything of substance.
Devvon, this has been like a running conversation now, right? Like a lot of people feel like, yo, we know Drake to be a very good lyricist.
Yeah.
He can rap, but people just feel like he not really saying much on the topics.
No,
you agree with that? I don't agree with that.
agree with that.
He
He's
doesn't
the
say
voice-
anything.
I don't
He's
agree
the
with
voice
that.
of my entire generation's IG captions.
And that's nothing.
Come on.
He just dunked your whole gen. Which niggas y'all is? Gen Z?
Fight back.
UZ. I don't agree with that. Well, I don't agree with saying that he doesn't say anything of substance.
Yeah.
What does he say of substance?
He said some deep fucking things about love, relationships, friends. He said so many
life
things.
scenarios.
Life scenarios.
I know a girl whose dream it was to go to where?
I forgot. But we're somewhere expensive.
I think
it's redundant. It's redundant, and that's why I feel like it can apply. Bro, the same bars he's saying today could apply, like I said, 5, 6, 7
we about
years
to
ago.
get his ass.
He doesn't really say anything of
Push
substance.
your T fan.
Yes.
Hold on.
Push your T fan.
Yeah.
What are you about to
This is
He
coming
just talked
from.
about cocaine.
I know. So do you have the same qualms for Pusha T?
He speaks of substance.
So
you think
that's
it's just
his
for the drug-
business.
it's just for the
Got
drug
his ass
dealers.
by the corner.
It's
Right.
for the drug dealers.
Do you think Pusha T has grown musically more than Drake?
No.
There we go.
Well,
But you think that
what's your-
anything?
what is
But you think Pusha T has pushed? It gives more substance in his music than Drake.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's subjective.
Absolutely.
I appreciate the fact that there is a male artist that is able to articulate the way he feels about women at a very high level for men. So,
But I don't think he articulates how he feels about women. I think he says what he knows everybody wants to hear.
isn't that like?
Cap.
But even if
That's
is
how
true,
I feel.
Because from a
I don't know if it's
songwriter
true.
standpoint,
Right.
bro, this shit ain't getting written without experience
for sure.
or
'Cause
some type of
Some
knowledge.
of the things are too specific.
Very broad.
I forgot what he said. It
And
was
I
like-
love
took you
that.
to the club and you hugged on somebody that I know.
Yeah,
and I know
it's-
them type of hugs.
it's
Come
just
on,
too-
bro. Yo,
it's different.
stop.
It's different.
But that bar he just said, it's a great bar.
You're saying it's
a
generous.
hot bar.
Mhm.
He didn't say anything.
Nah, but he did.
He said so much.
He did. He said a lot.
So much.
Repeat that bar.
I took you to the club and you hugged on somebody that I know, and I know them type of hugs. Same hugs you give. I give the women that I know I used to fuck,
That-
and they niggas right there, so they never brought it
That's
up.
a whole pod. We could talk about that for a whole
That's a
podcast.
podcast.
That's
a whole podcast, Avon.
episode, baby. Spit a Pusha T.
Keep it a buck. That was your high
Spit a
school.
Pusha T bar. And I love Pusha T. Spit a Pusha T. Let's go.
Why would
Go.
I do that?
Watch this.
Spit one.
Why do I have to? Don't tell me to spit anything.
I get it, Rip Van Wick off the hard. I'm the neighborhood pusher. Call me subwoofer, cause I pump bass like that, Jack.
Like, come on,
That was a-
man.
that
So that'd
was
be
a
my
while
only
ago.
thing with the whole like, oh, Drake sounds the same. I'm like, we can basically do that for any one of our artists because whether we like it or not, every artist, every R&B singer, they have a preference.
Yeah.
We know what their preference is. All right, let me go to Roddy Ricch right now. He gonna talk about some jewelry and some
He gonna talk
frog
about
eye
fly shit.
Porsches.
I didn't say
Go
it.
yard.
Goyard.
Yeah.
That nigga love Goyard.
We know the things, right?
Y'all not listening to me though. I
what?
didn't say it was a bad thing. I just said he don't say shit.
Now he said,
know. He said he don't say shit.
I'm gonna read this. He
Bro,
said,
you're tripping.
He
I
said,
can't
I
agree
know
with
a
that.
girl whose one goal was to visit Rome, that she finally got to Rome, and all she did was post pictures for people at home, because all that mattered was impressing everybody she's known. I know another girl crying out for help, but her latest caption is "Leave me alone."
Bro, that's fucking
Savon.
deep, bro.
Speak to it,
You're
Savon.
tripping, bro.
I'm not saying it's not good.
You're saying it's
You're
nothing.
saying he's
though.
not saying nothing, but that's a deep rooted.
If people can relate to it, Savon, why do you feel like he not saying nothing?
Y'all gonna make me.
I'm reading-
Shout out to
I don't wanna
Pusha T. I want to
go
make
there.
that very clear
Pusha
too.
T's incredible. Come on.
He's incredible.
Because
Stop.
I
just wanna
remember
say
the
that.
bar. I remember the bar.
What's a bar?
You are hot in the child. Let that boy come home.
Oh my God, we're done. All right, continue.
No, that's a
Continue the
bar.
conversation.
He
go,
says
there you
something.
go.
He
There you go.
revealed information.
There you go.
He informed an audience.
There you go. There you go.
No? No rebuttal? Cool.
There you go. No, we got
Like I
mad
said-
rebuttals. Fuck you,
Drake
nigga.
And Drake said that nigga was at Kroger working double time.
Yo, Drake said that. See, push my man, so I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna let you smut his name. Yeah, nah.
I would never
I
smut
fuck with
Pusha T's name.
I fuck a push.
I would never do
Nah,
that.
Drake was coming at him though. All right, we ain't gonna bring it up.
I don't like how Dev
And
just got mad happy over that. Like, I'm not a fan of that.
listen, you wanna know why I feel like? Yo, Dev, come back. Oh shit. Nah, I feel like the reason why a lot of maybe men feel like Drake saying a lot of the same shit is because he coming at a lot of the dudes. What he said, yo, for your birthday, he gave you a party bus. It's shit like that. You feel me? It's shit like that.
Come on, bro.
It's shit like that where it's like, say,
He's a funny dude, bro.
I think he's saying way more than
he's
everybody
saying a
else.
lot of shit,
I'm
bro.
not again, I think it's great music. I
Yeah,
think it's
yeah.
like the album is really good. I
Yeah.
just, it's repetitive. And a lot of people say the same thing about Pusha T, and that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be repetitive. Like, two things could be true. It's not about picking sides. It's just an observation. Like, all right, this song sounds like something he could have put out 4 years ago, and I still would have had the same feelings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it
for
doesn't put you in a time capsule the way that other artists do. And
Right.
again, everybody can't be that. Like, maybe he doesn't want to be that, and that's fine as well.
That's what I wanted to ask, actually. Because I saw a lot of shit on the internet this week. Like, a lot of people, it looked as if they were turning on Drake. I'm doing that with air quotes.
What's that mean?
Just
Turning on him.
right,
Like,
turning
physically
on him. Right, you know,
Okay.
maybe they didn't like some of the lyrics that he had said on something in reference to maybe another person. But I don't really give a fuck about that shit. What I wanted to ask y'all is, why does everybody think Drake is just innocent?
Oh, he's not.
In what way?
Just in general, like, I think a lot of people, because he's become one of the greatest of our generation in time, they put him in like a perfect box.
Okay.
Right? So when you get put in a perfect box, okay, you don't speak about this, you don't speak about that, you don't move like that, you don't move like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all feel like he's entering a villain era? Because he had a lot of shots with people on his album. He had a lot of shots. Y'all feel like he's in his villain era, or he's always been like this?
I feel like, and this is me, I've been a 21 fan since he came out. He came out when I was freshman year of high school, or maybe the year before.
God,
that.
I was an adult.
So every time he's gotten on a record with Drake, Drake would just talk his shit. It felt like he was comfortable.
Like he brings that
So
out
when
of
this
him.
came out, I was expecting that.
Right.
Yeah.
And it sounded good. It was like, oh, you're talking shit,
The
bro.
contrast to them,
You've earned it.
The contrast. Oh yeah, and that too. See, that's my thing too
Yeah.
about the Drake shit. Just like, yeah, you could be in that villainous role because at the end of the day, he's reached a place in his career was like, who gonna stop you?
Right.
Like there's certain bars that I've said in songs, I won't say which, that when I say it and do it, it hits harder for my friends because they be like, yo, facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you
I don't
see me
even wanna
live it.
pull out.
Shut facts. but that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, I know him for that, and it's like it hits harder because yo, he's really living that. So when Drake says certain things, I think he's reached a pinnacle in his career where he can say anything, and I will believe him. You understand what I'm saying? If he's saying we at this island, like there's certain rappers that we hear right now, they go off and they talk about this and this, Rolex, Bentley, and we're like, we immediately see how disingenuous it is. You know what I'm saying?
And there's a disconnect for someone that doesn't have it.
Basically,
Like
that
Drake
too.
has never called me a pussy on a song until this album.
No, he
been calling.
Yes, he has.
I'm late.
He hurt my feelings once. Cause Drake, hold on, this is a topic here that I'll bring up within the Drake thing too.
Yeah.
Drake has a tendency of fucking things up for people that are not rich.
Oh my God.
Keep
the
talking.
Doubletree?
When Drake said, you can't trouble me from the Doubletree, that bothered me.
Why it bothered you?
I love the Doubletree.
That was your go-to hotel?
They leave
was
the
your
cookie.
go-to?
Yes, they leave a
Yeah.
cookie at your thing. Drake has taken so many things from us where it's like, wow, I can't do that anymore.
He wants better for us.
No, fuck that. Doubletree is a great hotel.
He doesn't.
You don't want better
He
for us?
really doesn't. I don't think he does.
I think that's just an individual that has
It's a
just.
flex. I think
When he
he
said when you don't
peasant.
own land or something like that, didn't he say something like
How
that?
can
said a lot.
how can I address you when you don't own property?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Drake. Stop. What do you
I live
mean,
in the
man?
Bronx,
You can
bro.
talk to me, bro. We can have. You can call me my. name.
I think what happened with Drake is the way that he came into the game, he had like this chip on his shoulder.
Yes.
And he's just been so comfortable in navigating that lane. Even the shit that may not apply to him. Like, there's nobody that still doubts Drake. Like, let's be clear.
No, yeah.
I don't think there's anybody that doubts Drake still. Even Kanye West was like, yo, bro, hey, I thought we were friends, man. Like, why the fuck are you still dissing me?
Oh, and that song when he said that.
When he
I
said,
did that for Jay Prince.
I did that shit for Jay Prince.
Linking with my ops.
Kanye didn't rebuttal like "fuck you" or he was like, "Yo, fam,
I already gave him his flowers.
thought we was better than this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what is
yeah,
happening?"
yeah.
He was utterly he stumped Kanye.
Why did he diss me
Like
again?
nobody is doubting Drake at this point in his career.
Yeah.
Right. So let's start there. The second thing for me was 21 Savage.
Right.
It's hard for me to take that man serious because he's been on this social justice parade for like the last 2 years.
Has he?
Bro, every time there's a killing, he's the first person to say, put the guns down, no more violence, we got to be more of a community.
Your
I'll
algorithm
I'll
fucked
look
up.
up the clips, bro. I'll look up the clips,
Your
bro.
algorithm fucked up,
Bro,
say. You
have
should-
y'all not seen
I have
ever
seen it.
since
You
he
right.
got Amber Rose pussy?
But that,
That nigga changed his life,
That was-
his brand.
Oh, he had the
He
slut
did
walk
the
shirt
slut
on?
walk. He became a feminist. He put the guns down, all of that.
Say
But
more.
now, when he
more.
get next to Drake,
Watch
he's
it,
spinning
watch
on the ops. I don't
Simone,
really know how
you
to
ever
feel.
act real different when you get a new girl?
You know you have. Come on.
I never had.
21 Savage.
I don't get no girls.
Yeah, you never use word. But you know how it would be when
playing with that nigga.
you start pandering to your girl a little bit.
Okay.
He had a little stint of that, but for the most part, as of recent, he hasn't been Mr. 21X.
Yeah, I haven't been seeing that, like him being like that.
Yeah.
I love his ad lib. That's my favorite ad lib.
I'm gonna allow y'all to speak,
Pussy.
and I'm gonna pull up a clip of 21 Savage talking about Save the World.
Okay, bet you do that. I'll say this about 21, right?
So what's your
No, I want to hear this.
what's your, I don't want to say gripe, but what is your quarrel in a sense of like him being, you know, hey guys, let's stop killing each other, but then making songs that are obviously talking about sliding on your ops and hurting people and stuff like that. Like what is your, and I'm generally asking the question, like what is that? Like what's the issue with you?
Well, I think it's the same thing that people accuse certain white people of doing. It's like you speak in one manner, but you act in another manner. So if you go on your press run and all of your interviews is, I want to push the culture forward, I want to be a beam of light for the culture, I want everybody to put the guns down, let's have conversations opposed to picking up guns. Like whenever those kind of things happen, and he's one of the main people, mind you, I don't know if people are still on Clubhouse, but he's on Clubhouse every single day.
You on there?
No, I'm not. But
How you know that?
they clip it up on YouTube.
Oh, all right.
And I see like some of the clips, like, oh, he said this. I'm not, nigga, yo, why you do
say,
me
you
like
bored
this?
over there? I'm
Why
about to
you
ask-
do me
I was
like
about
I'm
to
on
ask, bro,
Clubhouse?
you
Like,
bored over there?
what do you think we doing
What's going
on
on?
Clubhouse? It's not it. It's not the wave.
It ain't it no more.
It's like MySpace.
That was a
It's
good
like
comparison,
MySpace.
but I didn't
It's
like
over
it.
for
But
that.
it was
It was
good.
good. It
But
was
I
good.
didn't like it.
It's
I
like-
didn't like
it's
it.
dead. It's over there. Like if
Nah, not Facebook.
if you're over there, I gotta look at you a little bit, and it could be great, like
That's fucked
networking and all that. But
is networking.
A lot of it's a lot of mess
I've
over
seen
there.
magic.
It's like portable love and hip hop, and that's why I stay away from it.
Wow, that was good.
But
that was pretty good.
thank you.
Portable loving.
Yeah, right. He on fire.
That came to pod
That
today.
nigga on
Word.
fire.
Nah, word.
But my issue with 21 Savage is you just got to keep that same energy. He's an elder statesman now in the game. So he has
Word.
the influence. He's seen it all. He's been through it all. We kind of seen the transition. But when you get on the songs and you go against what you say in the interviews, and it's not the biggest deal, but to me, I'm a person that connects with the lyrics and with the people of the music. Like, that's always been my thing. It's hard for me to just listen to shit meaninglessly. I have to be able to connect on some front. It can't just be a hard beat. It can't just be great lyrics. It got to be a combination of, I kind of like, and it's fucked up.
Mad serious.
But it's
This nigga can't even bop his head to a hard
It's
beat.
also-
Nah, I can, but I gotta really know you spinning on niggas, bro. Don't front like you spinning on
but
niggas
it's
and you
also-
not. And then
You're
you get in the interviews and be like, oh, put the guns down. We gotta change the world, save the world. And then you talking about I spun on my op. Like for me, I just can't do it. I'm authentic to who I am. So when I listen to people, I need you to be authentic to who you are, and not saying he wasn't that at some point. And he's even said it. People have pressed him, and I want somebody to go find this interview. But there was a time where somebody asked him like, yo, why do you still do this? And he said, this is my brand. I'm a performer. I'm an entertainer. I have to still put this messaging out, but I don't really believe it. But it doesn't matter what you believe if this is what you're spewing into the world. If your music reaches more people than your interviews, that's what people are going to know you for and identify with you. And everybody knows music is the most influential tool in the world.
So do you think that, did you want to say something, Levis?
Yeah, it's similar to the Future thing though, because Future came out and said, I don't touch that stuff, that codeine, I don't touch that. It's not my thing. But he came back and caught 2 #1 massive hits.
Right.
It's like, so are we buying into, not you personally, but are we buying into artists for their brand or their personal thing? Because there's a lot of people on both fronts, hip hop and R&B, that aren't who they sing they are.
Oh, that was a bar too. This is a very interesting place we've landed on. I know we on the Drake thing, but there's something really deep there that is now kind of confusing me, because now I'm looking at something like a movie star, right? That plays a gangster, and I go, oh, you're perpetuating this, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it's like, no, I'm just playing a role.
Right.
So if I look at it that way, and I respect that person for that, I look at the music and say, why is the goalpost move for music where we want a musician or artist to be the person that they actually are in the music? Is that what we're like, people are, you kind of getting at?
And you know what? That's a very good point you bring up, Devvon. As an artist, right? Where do you, especially you, I'm going to ask the whole room,
Okay.
but as an artist, where do you guys stand on creating music for other people? As of recently, I've kind of run into this block Savon is on, right?
Okay.
I even said it last week. I'm conflicted, right?
Okay.
I like that type of music. At the same token, the messaging, it throws me off subconsciously where I may not want to crave for it. At the same token, I have been speaking to bigger musicians, bigger artists, and I have asked them, the ones I'm cool with, I'm like, yo, like, so everything you spit, is it everything just from your brain, everything you went through, is it for you? And, you know, I get a lot of, after a while, no. Because you might run out of stories from what you got, and then you don't want to make the same songs. And two, the point of art is to relate. So, you know, I just started looking at this whole shit different now, where it's like, okay, these people are maybe vessels for other people, right? Because if music is music, it's going on to the general public. It's whoever is going to relate to it is going to relate to it. But I don't think that they should necessarily be held to the words, even though it comes out of their mouth and brain. Because again, art is speaking for other people or creating for other people.
I don't want to make this an attack on artist conversation. I want to keep it on 21. That's the person that I kind of open the conversation with. And the reason why I feel this way towards him is because he's been vocal outside of the music on where he stands today.
Gotcha.
That's why I feel away. Like anybody else, I don't expect every single rapper to be doing what he says he's doing in his I don't. But if you're actively speaking out against it and then you get on the song to promote it, that's when my problem lies. You get what I'm saying? It's not that people aren't living their raps. It's like, all right, cool. I understand there's a element of being a performer, of being an entertainer, right? That's an element of being an artist. That's a part of it. But if you're actively saying, hey, do not do this, and then you promote that, for me, I just don't really sit well with it. And it's great music, it's cool, and maybe I'm fucking killing the vibe, but no, it's just it's hard for me to like take it serious.
Because what you got me thinking now, because I wasn't thinking about that. I'll be honest, I wasn't thinking about it at all. But now you have
I'm surprised you said that as an artist.
Yeah, you know why?
Are all your stories from Devvon Terrell?
It's from me.
Everything you've ever put out.
But
that's impressive.
He's not. It's from me in a sense of, okay, this is something, if it's not directly a hardcore, this was the story, at least
it's indirect.
At least it's indirect in a sense of like, I've been around this, I absorbed this. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I would absorb being with friends or anything like that. Like there were certain songs that I've written that were my friends, like, I was going through something with my boy and I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna write about that. You know what I mean? Like that's something I'm gonna do. But when it comes to that, you really putting me in a really weird space. Like I'm just letting you know, my perspective, you fucked it up because now I'm sitting here as an artist and I'm going, oh no, is that, because we all know that sometimes they say that's the problem with hip hop, is that we perpetuate blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, I always said, yo, these are these young men and women telling their stories from theirs, from their accounts, from what they dealt with in the hood. This is them expressing themselves and we can't silence that. But now you got me thinking to myself, when it comes to the people that's out the hood, that figured it out, are they supposed to just stop?
So I found a clip and here, I want to play it.
It's one simple thing that would get rid of all the problems in the world. You take guns away from police, civilians, everybody except the army, which protect the whole country. It wouldn't be no gun violence. Why does a police officer need to have a gun if no civilians have guns? If we take away guns from our civilians, police officers won't need to have guns. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa.
This may not even be the clip. I agree with what he's saying, by the way. I do agree.
It's right.
In the perfect world.
Yeah.
But
you still have the right to protect yourself.
True.
Yes.
But my thing is, I wouldn't want to be the police officer that has to enforce. All right, everyone, give me your guns.
Oh, I mean, that's we
that's
don't even have
fine.
to have those conversations.
But
we don't have
like-
to have that conversation. Honestly, I misplayed that clip. It was the wrong clip.
No, I understand.
But
I'm
there
just
is
saying
a clip
that
of him.
that's why anytime I hear people say that, I'm like, yeah, I know that sounds. I know what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
we're not going down
but
that.
that would be a fucking scary world.
We're
Like,
not-
where it's
we're not
like,
going
yo,
down that
give
way.
us.
And honestly, off that clip, it still doesn't change what he raps and what he said, right?
Yeah.
Because he's right. If they were to take away all the guns, I'm not saying it's possible. I'm not trying to,
right.
Then what would we be left with?
For sure.
So maybe he's rapping out of that content.
Yeah.
I was impressed by how he stepped up on this album. 21, the metaphors,
He
the
was
wordplay.
standing with Drake.
He was
I like
standing
it.
with him, and again, I'm not that I'm the biggest 21 fan, but See, it was different for me because I actually started to realize it on this project with him. I'm like, yeah, no, he's turning something on. Yeah.
I'm a big 21 fan, so this was a great project.
I think the monotone thing always threw me off
Pussy.
personally.
When
But
I
I'm
get
starting
you
to really
in
get
a
into that.
21.
Yeah, I'm with it.
It was a
I'm used to
perfect. It was a
The timestamp
perfect
record,
balance.
The 3 a.m. on Glenwood.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah.
It was a
Love
good.
how he did that.
It was a good balance. I never realized how much I like the balance of 21 and Drake. And let's
Word.
say, and let's
Word.
say, let's say this though.
Yeah.
Let's really give 21 Savage his flowers
Telling
because 21 also sounds amazing next to J. Cole.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
rappers. 21 sounds good next to a lot of
Yes, he
people,
does.
man.
Yes, he
I'm
does.
not gonna
He's a
lie.
chameleon,
Gotta
man.
give him
He's
flowers.
good.
So I want to give him his flowers on that because at the end of the day, like everyone has collabed with 21, and it be
Absolutely.
the best collabs, bro. Like
Yeah.
he sounds really he sounds so good next to so many different rappers.
Do y'all have anything else on her loss? Because I do want to bring up 21 said this week.
Nah, I'm cool.
Y'all
Oh,
cool?
shout out to Yachty.
Shout out to Yachty.
As a
Ooh.
producer, Lil Yachty
Oh,
stepped
man.
As
Lil
an-
Yachty,
yup.
as an executive
Executive
producer,
producer, right.
Because he chose the cover
man.
art. He was speaking a
Chose
lot
some
about the
beats.
project. He produced a couple of them beats.
Right.
He did ad-libs. So shout out to him. He doesn't get his flowers a lot. He wrote Act Up. That took the City Girls all the way up. So shout out to him. He'd be all right.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, 21 Savage is in the news this week. If you guys, do you guys remember how you know us millennials? 2016, that year 2016 is so
Millennials.
euphoric to us.
That's old.
Yeah,
isn't that crazy? You're a millennial. It's like that's old. Like I heard
Yeah.
the news lady say it. I was like,
Old nigga.
Right? But a lot of people just write it's a thing on Twitter, right? Oh my God, Summer 16.
Yeah.
Oh, they love Summer 16 so much. 21 Savage came out and said this week that out of his XXL 2016 freshman class, he would beat everybody in the verses.
You damn right.
And I just want to run down some names real quick and let me know if you guys agree with it. We could be in and out of this.
I can name
just
that class.
I know. I just want to make sure that the listeners know.
Okay.
Right? All right. So cool. 21, Lil Uzi,
Yep.
Kodak,
Yep.
Lil Yachty, G Herbo, Denzel Curry, Anderson .Paak, Dave East, Designer, and lastly Lil Dicky.
that was a great
Yeah,
class.
he is winning.
He's winning.
There's only one person, and
He's
the
not
only
winning.
He's
person.
not winning.
There's one.
Wait,
yo,
who's he
I'm
beating?
telling you, Alex, the only
One
one,
at a time.
person.
One at a
All
time.
right, yeah, Alex, the only one person
Yeah.
that stands a chance and could possibly make that a damn near tied or win
I need to.
is Uzi.
You're
I
lying.
was gonna say Uzi.
Kodak.
Kodak.
Kodak,
does not
too.
have-
What are you talking
no,
about?
no. I love Kodak, and Kodak has records, but they're not 21 records.
L.
He don't
Listen,
Kodak don't have enough.
Can I say something?
L.
Think about the timing. After he dropped the project with Drake,
Thank you.
of course he would say that.
Thank you.
No, bro. I would
course
say
he
that
would say-
any other
I
day,
dropped
bro.
the
I
album
would've said
with
it before
Drake.
that.
Now I gotta do it.
I don't. Where was that energy before
we
this?
gotta-
I would have said that before.
Kodak is.
Where was his energy before this?
Kodak
Nigga,
is
it's always
gonna
been inside me, but right now I'm gonna say it at a height. It's like I'm at the top of the mountain. Sure, I'm gonna say it at the top of the mountain so you can
Because
hear
you're
me.
with the guy who owns the fucking mountain.
Thank you.
Why
Of
wouldn't you say
course
it?
I could say it.
Right.
That doesn't mean it's
Hey.
true, but
It
of
is.
course you feel like you could say that.
Thank you.
Because you have a whole album with the biggest artists of the last, decade?
Hey.
2 decades?
But here's my thing, Savon. If you all your work doesn't get like shunned because you're now standing next to greatness. If tomorrow you're standing on the top of IG live
Savon got a
feed
point.
with the president of your job,
Yeah.
of the president of your job, and you sitting there with him, sure, in that moment,
I made it
I've
here,
been
yeah.
dope.
See, I hear what you're
Y'all-
saying,
I'm
and
at
I
the
do feel
top of
like
the mountain.
I do feel like 21 has felt like he's been dope.
Right.
But I gotta be honest, you have a very good point, Savon, in saying the timing. Bro, you ain't never said nothing like this ever.
It's rollout time,
You feel
though.
me? It is granted it's rollout time, but you talking like you don't got comp.
He said it in a record. He got comp, but he's winning,
Hey,
bro. I'm
hey,
not
Kodak is something to be reckoned with. If
Yeah,
you're doing
but
a verse,
21?
Sure.
yo, guys, see, this is the thing about a versus.
Kodak.
I love
It's
Kodak.
20
Kodak Haitian. I love Kodak.
That's your Zoe.
Try
A
it,
versus is
hotel.
20 songs. I know he got the joint with J. Cole. I know he got the joints with Drake now. But for 20 songs, excuse
Him versus who?
I'm telling
Kodak.
you.
I think Kodak, even
Kodak.
Uzi.
Yo,
Kodak
Even
got you.
Uzi
telling
might
you,
find a
Uzi
way
too.
to.
The only reason I
bro,
wouldn't put
that's
him
not a
in
win,
Uzi can play bad and bougie.
bro.
But Uzi is so alternative in some senses.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
would
Which
put-
helps him.
Yeah.
I
would put
was
him against
music is
Kodak,
music.
But it's verses.
it's-
We're
and
always talking about verses.
21
It
and
has-
Kodak is a good versus for
It's
me.
a great one,
I
and I
agree.
got 21, man.
And
I might have 21.
I'll give you a sleeper because there's somebody who's probably more accomplished than all of those guys as far as like his resume.
Who?
Anderson .Paak.
Yo,
Yes.
Oh, well, see?
he's talking.
we know that.
See?
You
yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yes,
See?
absolutely.
But I think for people to just dismiss everybody else on that list because of it is I think is not as cut and dry as you thought it was, as you made it seem like, oh yeah, 21 got. I don't know if it's that easy.
I don't
and
think
again,
it's that
easy to say that when you coming off your biggest win. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy to say that the next time you drop your own solo album. Now say that. Now let me know how you feel.
Yeah,
it's not.
I don't think it's a problem, fam.
I don't think it's a problem.
At the end of the day, I wrote these verses. I wrote these songs with Drake, and it's great, and you love it. Like I don't think
he did do his
I don't
album.
think it's
But
fair.
why do I love it? Because of you or because of Drake?
I love it because of both of y'all.
No.
I love it because of both of y'all.
It's both. I ain't
That
gonna lie, it's
album,
both.
I could have easily hated
21
that album.
complimented him really well on that
It was
album,
good.
bro.
Now you
He
taking
did.
away. Now you taking away his what he deserves. I'm being honest. Now you're taking away what he deserves and his contribution to it, and you're letting Drake take all the credit. That's literally what you're doing.
He definitely
right now.
contributed
And
to
the
that.
reason I'm gonna do that is because in the way he was used. He was used as a fucking sprinkle. He was icing. He wasn't half and half.
Yeah.
He's a quarter of
I
the
love that we're
album.
here.
How
I
do
love
you
that we're
know?
here.
How do you know that?
You can hear it. No,
mean?
because no. I think 21 probably only rapped about 15 to 20 minutes on the whole album. That's a fact.
And the album's over an hour long.
yeah,
I
that's a
get
fact.
you, but who's to say that 21 wasn't in the studio helping Drake formulate anything,
I mean,
beats, picking things?
hey,
Yo, let's say that's
maybe.
this type of shit. Because certain shit, when I heard Drake say, I'm like,
Y'all wanna hear
ooh,
my
I
conspiracy?
feel like 21 kind of inspired this. Like I think I don't think we should do that because I think that I really think that's unfair as a musician and then as an artist. When so what, you didn't hear me so much. Like for instance, if I look at Boys Don't Cry, I could be like, you could give me all the accolades in the world, but Leavers would be like, what the fuck, bro? I was right there with all of those songs. You may not have seen me. You may not. You know what I mean. You may not physically, but I was right there, helped write, create melodies and all that other stuff. So at the end of the day, it was a collab project.
Absolutely.
And one would not exist without the other.
yeah.
Because if we put Drake, if we take 21 Savage off and put any Joe Schmo on, it's in a completely different album now.
sure.
So for me, since I like the album, I'm not gonna take nothing from him. I'm not gonna say, oh well, Drake carried it the whole way. He didn't. To me, I felt like 21 when 21 came on.
came
Some
on.
verses, I was rocking with 21's verse harder. Like,
I know.
yo, this is fun. Me and my girl was in the car laughing at certain shit. Like
But
that
are
was
you
funny.
listening? If it was 21 and somebody else, are you giving it the same attention?
No.
Exactly.
Because
So
their
what?
chemistry is amazing.
Because it's Drake.
but
And
at
that's
the
my
same
point.
time,
So
how
what
many
the-
times?
Why does that matter though?
How many
It
times
does
has
not.
the internet
No, it doesn't.
expressed distaste in Drake's projects in the last 3 years?
You just brought up where I wanted to go. My conspiracy theory.
Uh-huh.
I've been telling y'all since Certified Lover Boy dropped that. I think homie hated that album. Since then, he dropped his techno album.
Okay.
Honestly, never mind. I think Drake was already working on a project that all of us would like sonically. 808s, types of beats, samples in the songs. And was halfway through it and was like, yo, how do I elevate it and take it to this next level, and brought 21 on? No funny shit. I think this is the album
Interesting.
that he wanted to really drop.
Okay.
You feel me? And I don't think he was finished with it. I think he was curating the concept, right?
Okay.
When I saw the name Her Loss, I knew it was gonna be fire. Every time he get to talking about women,
I love it.
oh man,
Relationships.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know
yeah.
what's funny about that? I think I kind of we're playing conspiracy theory. This is not. We're not saying
It's for
this is true.
music,
This
yeah.
is just for talks purposes.
Sure.
I like that idea because at the end of the day, I can say, what if this album Drake was like, yo, this album is what I really, really want to put out, but I put out 2 albums already. And anytime I say I'm releasing a solo album, it gets too much attention in the
you go.
sense of
There you go.
the stakes are way
Pressure,
higher.
pressure,
Yeah, the
right?
stakes are way higher
yeah.
when it's like, oh, it's a fucking solo Drake album.
Yeah.
As opposed to when it's a collab album, we kind of go into it with less expectation. This is why Drake is such a fucking genius. I feel like we went into this album with a lack of expectation. Let's be honest. Like I was like, oh, I wasn't even planning to listen to it. I was like, let me see if everybody think it's good, and then I might listen. But when I kept hearing, I was like, oh, I'm checking this shit out. And he hit it right out the park.
How would you go into Honestly Nevermind if it was a Drake and K Tronada album?
Oh, I would go into a way different. And I'd be like, this is amazing.
Exactly.
Even though I was one of the people saying, oh, this is dope, but I think that guys, that other lens of K Tronada, I'm in. I know what I'm expecting, and that's it. You see how that's branding, and that's why I think that it's a perception thing. That's why I say the 21 thing.
Yeah.
Even if he was just a feature,
Right.
Drake already had his album. Cool, I'm cool with it because 21 did a good job.
did.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying he didn't.
I know,
I'm not saying he
but you're
didn't.
taking,
I'm not-
but you're taking
comparison,
away
yeah.
a little bit from 21 from his
My
credit.
comparison,
am.
to 21 is like the big that doesn't shoot a lot of threes, so his field goal percentage is really high down low. He went 8 for 8 down low.
Yeah.
He went. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I felt listening to this album because it was like you're right. He is kind of sprinkled.
He cleaned it up.
But
He was
when he
cleaning
come
up.
on, I'm like, Damn.
I was fucking with it.
Yeah, I wasn't
I liked
expecting
it.
that performance.
It kept me in the song.
For sure.
The contrast
sure.
of them two
For sure.
worked. Whoever
worked.
mixed it too, we gotta look at who mixed it. This is
40,
audio nerds.
40,
You know, this
40.
audio nerds right now.
40.
There's
That's
a video out on
40 mixed it.
It's a
He
yup.
caught COVID and he couldn't finish mixing it.
40.
Come on.
Yeah, but you know,
That COVID. There go that COVID. The vid,
COVID.
the vid is back.
But sometimes that COVID ear, that's an audio
Yeah.
nerds thing. That COVID ear,
Yo.
you might go back into the mix and say, "Whoa, we gotta change this whole."
COVID ears. Oh my God, I'm so done with this shit.
Nah, shout out to them, man. They did amazing numbers.
Absolutely. 400
Project,
400K,
yeah, I think like 400K.
Yeah.
The project was really good. It sounds good. It's been on repeat for me. I actually heard it in a hookah lounge when it came out. I was outside,
Wow.
and
It's
I
a
was
good
like,
place for it. You was at home.
no, I was outside.
You said you was at the hookah lounge, right?
Yeah.
So you was at home.
Oh, here we go. I was just in a spot, bro. I just in a random spot. I heard a Drake song I never
Little
heard
speak
before,
easy, right? Little
and I
speak
asked the
easy.
guy like, "Yo, what are you playing? Like, what is that?" Because
You didn't even know.
I didn't know what it was, and it sounded really good off the first listen. It sounded good on my way to the studio, and I'm sure it's gonna continue to age well. So
Yeah.
shout out to Drake putting up numbers. Speaking of numbers, as a podcast, I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't shout out Gilly and Wallow. They got a
Oh,
deal reportedly for like 100 M's at Barstool Sports, Barstool Media,
Congratulations. Yes.
for $1 million worth of game.
Yeah.
And I don't know
$100
if
million
they
worth of game.
confirmed
That's
if it
just-
was 100
that's just the
million.
number floating
Yeah, that's
around,
the number
right?
floating
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
But I'm sure they landed somewhere in that ballpark for their podcast. $100 million. Shout out to them. Black owned. They own all of their
Look at
IP.
Devvon.
They own all of it,
Yeah.
and their family,
Oh, I
their
didn't know
cousin.
that actually. I didn't know
Yeah,
they
they
own
own
all
it.
that.
They
okay.
own all
Salute
of their
to them.
product. Yeah.
Salute
So
to them.
shout out to those guys, man.
They
I
coming-
think
hey,
it's
hey.
always a win when a podcast, especially a black podcast, a
know that.
podcast of color, reaches those kind of lengths when you see it from the ground up.
Devvon,
So,
Devvon
yeah.
said, "How many more podcasts we got to put out to get there?" That's the look on his face right now.
Yeah, is the number is floating around is 100
Yeah,
million.
that's the shit that's
at
floating
Barstool.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I figured,
And I hope they cleared it too. Word. I hope they
and
cleared
even if it isn't 100 million, the fact that
So what?
that's in
Yeah.
the conversation,
Absolutely.
we gotta salute them for that too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Couldn't agree more.
shout out to Gillian Wallow.
Yeah, man.
Dope podcast too. Dope product. Dope everything.
100 million.
Yeah,
100
between two
M's,
people.
boy.
Yeah,
Shout out to Gilly, man. That's a good comeback.
that's an amazing comeback.
Yeah.
See, this is why when these milestones happen in podcasting,
Mhm.
we have to pay attention because, podcasting
Yeah.
is
Value.
going to
Yeah.
take music over, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it.
Slowly, surely,
It's gonna
but slowly.
pack. It's gonna pack music up, bro.
Slowly but surely.
We'll always have music. I'm not saying it's going
We're always
anywhere,
gonna have music. Yeah.
but it's gonna pack music
you know,
up, bro.
my aha moment this week. I said, "Damn, a lot of my favorite artists have podcasts. R&B, a couple rappers." And again, we've known this, but I just feel like subconsciously we've just like, "Oh yeah, so and so has a podcast. Oh yeah, Tank and so and so has a podcast.
Athletes.
Oh yeah, Fat Joe has a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah." But then when you actually get the time to sit down and you go, "Whoa, these people are adequate in what they do in their field, and they still incorporate this."
Mhm.
Okay.
They have relationships. They have experience.
Okay.
One of my favorite things to do is on a Sunday night, I'll watch. I believe it's Richard Sherman. He
Oh,
has a podcast and
nice.
he recaps all of the games
Oh,
the
man.
day of the game.
That must be good.
So I don't gotta wait till Monday morning to get the coverage. I don't gotta hear anything from a guy I don't know or who never played the store. Like
Yeah.
every single Sunday night, a Pro Bowl, Hall of Fame, Super Bowl winning player
Absolutely.
who I see, who I can relate to,
Who can
because
read things.
who can read it and just talks the game,
Yeah,
can
yeah.
break it down that same night. And so I think the podcast space is an amazing
See,
space.
and that's why I've gotten really big and I'm starting to really discover on niche podcasting and why it is so important and powerful, because I think people try to create podcasts that are so like, oh, this is for everybody.
Right.
And no,
No,
I just
yeah.
feel like it's time
I see
for
what you're saying.
podcasts to start finding in their audience. Like I'm talking to
because
this,
everybody's in it now.
everybody's in it now.
Interesting point,
And the
Dev.
podcast listener is
Okay.
growing.
Okay.
Like as far as who's starting to, like my mom is getting into it. I'm seeing older people starting to get into it. When I go
Right,
into certain
right.
cars, I'm hearing podcasts,
Podcasts.
not
Yeah,
music.
yeah, yeah.
So when I look at that, I'm starting to even get into a space where we're developing content here at HMD. Like, all right, let's make another show. And I'm looking for niche content. I'm not looking for anything macro, looking
Evergreen.
for really evergreen and niche stuff, because that's literally where this industry is going. Bro, podcasting is going to be worth more
Absolutely.
than it. Because I think about an artist what artist right now, right, can get $100 million for their catalog?
Look, Future just sold his original catalog up until I think his last album for about 75 mil.
So so think about that level, right? And then think about Wallow and Gilly getting 100 million. So in my head, I'm like, oh, so they're a little bit above Future in a sense of their content.
Value.
I see what you're saying.
Just value.
Value.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm looking at like that standpoint. I'm like,
that's a good point because look how much music Future had to sell to get 70 for years to get 75 M's, as opposed to how many podcast episodes they put out to get that maybe 100 M's.
And then also it's a deal. Which means that I could re-up and get another deal.
Yeah.
Future doesn't have another catalog.
That's a one-time.
What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah.
Future,
That's a buyout.
Future, that's it.
That's
He
a
gave
one-time.
up everything.
Yeah.
Now you got to recreate that value in whatever new catalog you get.
Hey.
And it's always hard to recreate that same value that, you know what I'm saying?
And not for
10,
nothing.
15 years of your work.
Absolutely. And musicians, like I heard a lot of musicians on Future's level that were okay with that number.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that
wow,
makes sense.
right.
That makes sense to me.
Yes.
Yeah. DJ Mustard. A lot
sure.
of people sold their catalog. Listen, when that was going around, I sold some of my catalog. I'm gonna be honest.
And
with you.
podcast is about to start calling musicians broke boys.
Come on. Come on.
Not yet, because you know what it is? Because once podcasts start getting really good with the show aspect, once we figure
it's a
out
wrap.
that space, it's fucking
Like
over.
the walkthrough. Like a podcaster need to be able to like walk through the club.
Nah, word. We
Nah,
should
for
be
real. We have to figure the club out. We have to figure
Can I
out
be
a
honest with you?
what?
He's right.
The day
recreational.
I see that,
Let's beat them niggas.
It's gonna happen.
We just,
if the world is
all we gotta do is pop up the Magic City, bro.
Bro, we just threw a whole party. Look how many people popped out. Show love.
But I will. That's
Walk
true.
through, walk
But I
through.
will say this: even when we went to NAM, NAM is a very it's a cold party. Come on,
Okay.
audience. Even when we went to NAM, which is a very niche audio,
National Association of Music Markets or something.
Okay.
Damn.
Even when we went to that very niche event,
Right.
the amount of times that we got stopped, that we got asked to, blah blah, like, oh yeah, you take pictures and stuff like that. Just let you know, like, if you just kind of cater to like one
market.
specific market, how impactful that can be, and how much work you could be within that market. You understand what I'm saying? Just like the
Absolutely.
comic books, like there's comic book pods. Like I look at all of these podcasts starting to brew. It's just like people just looking for conversation.
Wrestling podcast.
Wrestling
Yeah,
podcast, which
yeah,
is
video
wild to me.
games, all that kind of
Armand
stuff.
Sadler loves
Yeah,
wrestling.
yeah.
That's weird. Whatever.
You're a hater. Shout out to Triple H.
Yeah, this nigga just aiming at all the balls.
No, I'm not.
All the ball.
No, I'm
niggas.
not.
All
Shout out
the ball.
Armand.
All the
Oh,
ball.
what?
niggas.
Shout out
Shout out
Armand.
niggas.
It just throws me up because when Armand,
Did he tweet about it?
Yes. When Armand, thank you, my nigga. When Armand tweets about wrestling, it throws me off so much because he's a journalist and he talks about like Drake's album, blah blah blah, and the tenebrism between the contrast of blah blah blah. Then he'd be like, "Oh, this fucking Roman Reigns will never do that again," and I'll be dead.
No, I like that though.
The contrast is the range is wide.
It's
And I love it. And I love it for my
I
brother.
love it.
for my
I
brother.
love it.
It's just funny
Oh,
to
it is
watch.
funny. Yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
like, oh, I
yeah.
didn't know that side of you, and it's hilarious. I like
Yeah,
Armand.
because you like
Armand.
putting niggas in a box, right?
You like that?
He the only nigga that could be a nigga.
Am I?
Nah, I don't know. I just like saying shit.
Nah, not me.
I just be talking.
Yeah,
bro.
to
I
think
don't
about
know.
it like,
Yeah.
I'm not in the box.
You got camo skinny jeans.
hey,
Wait.
That's a nigga. If I
he
ever
ready
seen
to
it.
fight. That nigga ready to fight.
He said you.
Lock up. He said
Lock up. Nah, that mean that's a pretty nigga ready to fight.
Might kick the fuck out of you. You like I got skinny jeans. My skinny jeans camo. You can't have skinny camos.
I'm just saying, only you.
Only me.
I think I seen you in a pair of those though, L.
That's a fact.
Skinny camos?
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
When's the last time I ever wore skinny
I seen them
camos?
gripping your thighs up.
Facts.
Oh my god.
Come on, boy.
I think I saw you last
Nigga
week when you
said
came up
gripping your
here.
thighs.
I seen them shits.
And he got
yeah.
braids now.
Let me tell you something
Wait, you
about
tapping
braids?
in? Yeah, he got braids.
Let me tell you something
Can I
about
see
this
your
boy
braids?
right here. You've been getting different money, and I could tell.
How?
The braids, your verbiage is changing.
Come on.
You gotta understand. We brought you on this podcast when you was still in high school, man. You was broke as fuck.
Oh, 10th
So
grade.
I know when a nigga broke. I could tell when a nigga broke. They you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm that. You know what I'm saying? We've all been there. Now he talk different. He drip different now. What your hat say? Trippy? Look at this
Trippy.
nigga.
This ain't getting money.
Drippy.
When we first met him when he was like 15, he did like a creative character on GTA. You know when you first start?
Nah. That even worse. You remember Millsbury?
He did.
Y'all remember Millsbury?
The fuck is that?
Y'all remember Millsbury characters? Oh man, it was a video game from like the fucking cereal. from like
Oh, I
Cartoon
do.
Network.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
Showing
was
your
just like,
age. What
I'm
the
showing
fuck
my
is that?
age right
I
now.
remember that.
My
Pillsbury?
fault,
The
my
I
fuck
remember
is
that.
that?
You remember
Nigga,
that?
nigga say
Yeah.
The Sims.
Millsbury. No, Millsbury was very.
You had some off-brand Sims game.
I did. I was playing the fuck out that
You
shit.
was broke as hell.
Nah, I'm telling Tom, so broke as fuck.
You was
nigga.
in the trenches.
Yo, Alex, I ain't gonna lie. You just told me a lot about you when you was a kid. Nigga said y'all ain't never played Millsbury.
Alex had cinnamon square crunch.
No, I had all that shit. None of the good brands.
You had
man.
a game in your cereal?
Yeah, bro, and then it would tell you to go log online, and you would basically create a character.
that.
But this was a wholesome game. Like, it wasn't like The Sims.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wow.
That's innovative.
Yeah.
That was pretty innovative.
It was like the barcode, like the scan.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the
QR code,
QR. Yeah, it was like the QR code.
Yeah.
Before the QR code.
Yes.
Dead ass. You would get it on the
Yes.
cereal
He's
box,
right.
and you would put it
He's
in
right.
like your 98 Windows
Yeah.
Dell
Yeah.
or whatever you had.
Yeah.
People still have Dells.
Yeah.
Yeah,
still
yeah,
make
for
those.
sure.
Dell still
I have
makes
a work.
computers?
I have
Oh,
a
Dell
Dell
still
work.
makes
I have a
computers,
Dell work
Still make
computer.
that?
No, stop Compact.
Okay.
Stop.
All right. Cool.
No,
Yeah,
Compact's
sure.
out of here. Oh, Compact changed. It just changed the name.
And Gateway. All of them. They
All
stopped.
right, y'all getting too
Yeah,
nerdy.
yeah,
This some
yeah,
collab.
yeah. Hold up,
Hold on. Y'all getting too nerdy.
I gotta let's pull that thing back.
You see how horny them niggas got?
I think it's
HP, Dell. You like them niggas?
And this is why
Pro Tools.
Audio Nerds podcast.
I wasn't sitting on the couch with him. I wasn't sitting on the couch with L because he started pitching the tent. The nigga started getting hard talking about Gateway and Comcast and Pro Tools and shit. Like, hold up, nigga.
Hold on.
I knew where to sit.
Hold on now.
I had a conversation. I wanted to talk about tech, so I knew that we was gonna get to tech. You know what I'm saying?
My
Shout out to
man.
everybody at Meta.
Shout out.
And I think it was Twitter. A lot of layoffs.
A lot of
Yes.
layoffs.
A lot of layoffs in the
Yeah.
tech world.
Yes.
Obviously, to some degree, me and Alex, we work in the tech space.
Yeah,
all
for
that
sure.
serious over whatever. So
No,
yeah,
HBO, say it with your chest. Yeah. Oh, yeah, hear the nigga right over at
Oh,
wherever.
wow.
No, over at HBO. Yeah.
Yeah. But I knew we was gonna have those conversations about tech and about people being laid off.
Right.
And I prepared to sit on this side because I knew one of them was gonna get a Woody. Because I know they love talking about this geek shit. Like before the cameras came on, and Dev was like, "Hey man, you see that new camera?" I was like, he was like, "The GQ 4000." The fuck is the GQ 4000? And why is your dick hard off of it?
Yo,
what is happening?
This is why black men don't do shit but rap.
Now,
It's why black people can't do nothing but fucking rap
No, that's a fact.
And play ball.
and play ball. Cause if it ain't so cool, niggas hear you talk about anything but rap and basketball. Niggas be like, you a fucking nerd, bro.
nah, on that though.
Y'all
You-
started
you
naming
doing that.
computers I never even known, nigga.
Nigga said Hewlett Packard. Nigga said you a fucking nerd.
Nigga said Lenovo still around? Like what?
Shout
They
out
are.
to Nova.
Shout out Nova, one of the best keyboards in the world.
Is it?
Yup.
But yeah,
Good
man,
keyboards.
I heard that news this week, man, and I shook my head, bro. In the fourth quarter to lose your job, I think Meta announced that they letting go of about 11,000 employees.
11,000. Yeah.
God damn.
That's a lot of
They
people.
destroyed a department. What department?
They weren't specific. At least y'all can look it up, but they did say it was about 13% of their current staff. Yo, remember how we was talking about? This is so good how this comes full circle. Last week, me and Devvon were talking about how if you have a public company that is publicly traded, there's incentives, it's sales based, things go up and down. I was reading that article from Meta that they were spending more than they were making.
Gotcha.
So they had to do some.
They had to
cuts.
do some cutting
think
in
Elon
order to
said that.
please their books.
Right.
You know what I
Elon
think?
too. Yeah.
I think Meta. You know what I think they did?
Yeah.
I think Meta spent so much money. They're investing so much money into VR. That I think that's probably to compensate for that. I could be super wrong. Speculation. We're just
Right,
talking about it.
sure.
But they are in because recently Mark Zuckerberg had said that he feel like he was behind on what space was it behind? Like iPhones. He said he feel like he was behind on those. He said so VR was the one particular thing. He was like, I want to be ahead on
be
this
ahead.
one,
Yeah, yeah.
and I want to make sure. I know that through people I've talked to that work at these places, they said that when it came to the VR headset, he was actually selling them at a loss. So he
And
wasn't
they were
making a
already
profit.
really expensive. What were they, like 200, 300, 400?
300. Yeah.
So
Like
this is
300,
great
right?
information.
Yeah.
Guess what? That is the cheapest fucking headset that
I thought so.
ever. Because
Oh,
my VR
really?
headset, remember I had VR for years.
Yeah, you've had it for a while.
2,500 minimum.
Really?
2,500 minimum. So it was
Damn.
it. So when I seen Facebook and Meta put out the VR headset, I was so confused because me and my boy that does VR, we were like, "How is this possible?"
Yeah.
And when I when I seen it, and I was like, wait, so I don't need a computer for this? I was like, holy shit, they really figured it out. And how is this $300? So when I got the headset, I put it on and I said, oh, the quality is not as good, but they figured out how to make it as affordable and like cheap as possible to give you at least some type of a quality experience. Because my other headset that from 6 years ago is still better than this newer one.
Get out of
But
it.
it
It's still better.
It wasn't just that. He was selling it at a loss because his ideology, and I think he said this, if I get it in as many hands as possible, I'll make the bread from there.
It's an Apple way. Because think about
Good
it.
way
If I
to
can
think.
create an ecosystem, if
Right.
we all got
like
it,
Apple.
then now it's like, oh, you got VR, you got to have Oculus.
Yeah.
So
Right.
now me and you can talk, and it's through Facebook. He is primed
Like the
to
Apple
be the
Watch.
person for it. Yeah.
Like the Apple Watch. Everybody got the Apple Watch. You need an iPhone to use the Apple Watch.
Exactly. It's now I can sell you accessories. Once I know everybody got the VR headset, okay, now it's time to start selling everybody the haptic feedback suits.
Oh my gosh,
and all that stuff.
The
VR
chargers.
It adds up now.
Chargers, all of
VR
it.
is,
accessory,
bro,
yeah.
it's
I
so
be- and
the
it's crazy
future, bro.
because the technology is actually advancing. I don't know if y'all saw the reports today, but Palmer Luckey, 30 years old, he created the first ever VR set that will actually kill you in real life if you die in a game.
Y'all see?
So now
and
they're
this-
taking it. Yeah,
This
it's a
why I
real
don't-
thing.
This why I don't play games. Look,
It explodes like
That's dumb.
It explodes.
No one's
something
wearing that. That's stupid.
is that legal?
No.
That can't be legal, bro.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you buy it and you know what it's hitting for, bro,
I knew
then
that.
why isn't it like I don't
So
see
it's
how
why
it
you
would
to
be
try to
against
win,
it.
though.
What publication what publication is that from?
Nah, I think it was I seen it on
I saw
a
it
couple
around, yeah.
publications. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This is Spiritual World.
Okay,
Spiritual
na-
Word. Sorry, Spiritual Word.
All right, well,
Which is a really big site. But
Yeah,
that's
but
not
that's
real.
not
Forbes did it.
Forbes did it?
talked about
Forbes?
it. Yeah, Vice talked about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I tell
Yeah,
you why
did see
this
it on a
is
couple
silly?
publications.
It's just silly news.
Nah, that's real shit. You gotta compete. Compete for your life, little nigga. Put
That's
these goggles
stupid.
on and make it out.
No.
If not,
So
don't
you
do
would
it.
play?
If you hit
I
a
would do it.
proper
No,
game
I'm not doing that
over,
shit. I'm not doing that shit.
It'll
I ain't
kill
even
you.
gonna lie. I'm not doing that shit.
But that's silly.
Now-
But do you understand how this conversation? This is silly. Like, that's just silly.
I mean, some people like to play when the stakes is high. Think about it. If you ain't really got nothing going on for yourself, you might as well take a chance. Fuck it. I'm gonna beat this game or I'm gonna clock out.
Here's my
Save
take on your take with this.
You had a bad day.
In every,
Shorty, she cheating
I was singing
on
that
you.
song too. Whoever sung that.
Like,
In every industry
mhm.
that grows, that builds, there's always going to be a dark side, right? There's always going to be
course.
to the internet. There's the dark web.
Yeah.
With this is kind of like snuff. This makes me think of like snuff porn, where it's like people are looking for a real, true thrill. Where this is a really dark side of VR, where people are willing to like, yo, I want to play Russian roulette on VR. Like that's what this feels like. So to this, I'm fucking ignoring this because at the end of the day, thankfully people have a choice, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
And I don't give a rat's. I'm not even acknowledging that shit because that's insane. Like
You
And-
gotta,
and-
you gotta acknowledge it.
You got to, because what if the game, be fighting against you like 2K? You know when you go get the momentum up, and then you just start losing because the game just start losing for you. I don't think that game would be on my side. I think you're gonna lose every time.
who puts the headset on?
Nah, boy got a point.
What you mean?
Who put the death headset on?
Boy got a
Who
point.
did it? You're asking.
Who's gonna put the
Oh,
death
the
headset
individual.
on?
Somebody's gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah, nah,
And that's
yeah.
why you have to have the conversation. Because it's a part now, it's a part of the ecosystem.
Here's my next question.
Now it exists.
Got you. Is this gonna be sold at fucking GameStop?
I would hope not.
no.
Nah, they better not.
I would
This
hope
is-
not.
This is why
I
I'm
would hope
saying this
not.
is silly.
I see what you-
And
okay,
I understand
okay.
people. I
Yeah.
understand somebody's gonna cop it. You're gonna find a way to cop it if
Yeah.
you're really into
Yeah.
that. But I'm not really sitting here like, oh my God, like this is like the fucking opioid crisis, which is a real fucking problem,
Right.
right? This is
And how
I'm
he
not-
know? He played the game yet?
yeah. The guy that made it, he
nigga,
seems like a pretty lucky guy.
nigga tried it on somebody.
This is weird. But can I say something? This is why I think sometimes certain things are fed to us. Cause I'm like, that is weird. That's not
pretty
weird.
I don't. It is. It's off. But in the direction that society is moving, this is not as far off as we think, bro. It's just not.
From a-
It's
from a
not as
fetish-
far off as we
From
think.
a kinky, fetishy kind of weird thing.
The reason why I don't want to say yes is a fetish, is a kink, and all of that, because, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I've watched iRobot, right?
Okay.
Like,
This movie gets referenced a lot in these
You
conversations.
know anything Will
Not just
Smith and
us.
save on.
Well, not
here
that.
we go, bro. No, I
Y'all
can't.
know anything with Will
I can't
Smith in
escape this
there.
nigga. I can't escape it. But it's a real thing.
Nah,
like,
go ahead. What happened to
at some
iRobot
point,
and them?
AI is a thing. Going back to
that's
Joe
right.
Rogan, we have those conversations of AI saying, look, I'm actually going to take over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we're having conversations of technology advancing. And this is just another cog. It's just another step. Like, they have robots, robotic dogs, police dogs.
Yeah, that's real.
Robotic police police dogs. Like, think about what we're saying.
I'm running off
in
on those shits,
computing.
though.
No, you're not.
They're
No, you're
shooting
not.
you.
No,
I
you're
promise
not.
you, I'm
No,
running
you're
off
not.
on
They
No,
those.
don't
you're
bark. They shoot.
I'm
you're
telling y'all niggas, the bionic leg dog motherfucker pit bull is not running down on me.
My nigga, he's
I'm
gonna
telling y'all right
he's
now.
gonna analyze your fucking ass. He's gonna analyze
He's gonna
you.
racially
You understand?
profile you.
And racially profile you.
Honestly, yeah. He's designed
Black man.
black man beard.
The body shaming.
And this
You
is
know
the
that-
one time
you know
not
that-
having a
Body
beard
shaming.
actually
Body
works in my
shaming the fuck
favor.
out you.
That dog is gonna analyze you, and it's gonna know how to make you turn around and go, huh? It's gonna go, I need Eva and child. And you're gonna be confused.
That's
That
right.
was so. What is going?
right.
He's just gonna start singing "Burner Boy" for me, huh?
And then no, you're gonna come back, and it's gonna no. He's gonna come back. Come on.
That's racist.
I love y'all niggas.
and child.
Nah, but okay, so y'all saying from an analyzation standpoint, because that motherfucker can't just run up on me, nigga. Unless it's shooting out lasers.
I hate black people.
Unless that
so
shit
much.
shooting out lasers like Buzz Lightyear,
Why do
I'm
we
dipping
think
on
we
that nigga.
superheroes?
Black people always think we're indestructible.
Yes.
Nah, he ain't running down on me.
Nah, cause I seen the way. Okay, I want
You
y'all
ever got
right
chased by
now.
a dog?
I did, and that's why I'm gonna tell you. I've been chased by the killer dogs. The dogs on your face while you on the ground.
Right.
I seen a video, and the people that listen, I want y'all to go watch the video of these police dogs that are robotic that we're referencing. These motherfuckers move from side to side, left to right. They don't really got the best mobility. I'm dipping off on that shit. I'm dipping off on that
All
fucking
right.
shit right now. I'm
That
telling y'all
dog gonna
niggas.
go like this. As soon as Alex run, he gonna go.
Yo, a laser beam gonna shoot. A laser beam's gonna shoot at the nigga paw.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, this nigga dumb. He gonna run."
Y'all remember last week we talked about the flashbang?
Yeah.
He gonna shoot a flashbang out his asshole.
Yeah.
He gonna fart a flashbang and you done.
He gonna bark at you, and that shit gonna be a fucking sound wave that shakes you.
He's gonna blow ass.
Yo.
His farts is gonna be mace.
Y'all keep playing.
Fact. He's gonna fart mace
And it's gonna play Burner Boy.
and shit flashbangs.
And it's still gonna play Burner Boy.
And they're gonna put him in all the black neighborhoods.
That's fucking all right. You went. He got
I'm
dark.
sorry.
He got crazy.
You got dark and true, right?
It got dark and true. Come on, bro.
side.
If they put that in black
on
neighborhood,
side.
that'd be fucking insane, bro.
Oh man.
Black people would figure out how
I'm
to
not
dismantle
gonna.
them.
We would
shit.
train that shit.
Yo, imagine seeing a nigga in the hood with the dog on
I
a
would
leash.
train
like,
that shit, gangster.
Yo, black people don't.
I dead train that shit.
Why
I
don't?
go get my
Where's
mans that
Regi?
do tech uptown, and we gon' I'm telling you, I got a nigga that do tech for
Where's
real. That
Regi?
know how to get into
The
the.
nigga that do tech for
I know a nigga that do tech for real. I'm gonna go pick one of them shits off the street, and I promise I'm gonna rewire that motherfucker. Me and my mans gonna have that shit go get us Chick-fil-A on a
Regi.
Sunday, nigga.
He's right.
On a Sunday, that
I
motherfucker
believe.
gonna open that shit on a Sunday. I'm gonna reroute that shit for real. I'm telling y'all niggas.
Reggie, we miss you.
I believe in black people.
Reggie, we need you.
My fault, Reg.
This
I
is
believe
what
in black
happens
people.
when, like, just scan the room on the camera.
My fault.
We don't got Reggie's energy, and this
financial
is where we
freedom, my
are.
only hope.
All that shit really is a chip. I'ma just reroute that motherfucker. I used to work at T-Mobile. Look, you would take. Look, I know that shit. You just take out this little SIM card and you do something else with it.
I like where you are with that.
I mean, I hope so.
I like where you
I
are
hope
with that.
when I get ran down, I could call you to reroute it.
Yeah, nah. Call me and my man
Yeah.
Uptown gonna reroute that.
Yeah.
You ain't see that Black Mirror episode, did you?
Which one? When they
The
were
one
playing
with the
video
dog.
games?
No, the one, oh my God! You saw the what is it called?
Striking
Striking
Viper.
Vipers. You seen the Striking Vipers episode
Hey,
with
you
Anthony
never seen
Mackie?
If
I
y'all
don't have
haven't,
Netflix.
You've
I
never
keep
seen
telling
this?
you.
You're bugging.
I don't got Netflix.
damn nigga, ask for my shit. The fuck, nigga?
Yo, you're
I'm
tripping.
about to send you my Netflix password. You acting like a the fuck?
Good
You too much of him to not
Yeah,
have Netflix.
you're a weird person not having
It's
a Netflix.
Netflix.
Even just an account in general.
Nah, I don't do that.
That's nasty.
I'm about to
Bro,
send you
I'm
my-
loyal to the soil, you heard?
I heard. My
That's
fault, HBO.
nasty.
That's it.
Loyal to the soil?
That's it, bro.
Where have you been,
You gonna be
Pierre?
dead. Yeah, facts. I was like, first of all,
That's the first time hearing that.
facts.
You
He
heard
was
him?
like,
I
that's
like
a
that.
ball. That's fire. That's fire.
Shout
what
out
happened
to
in
Anthony
episode?
Mackie, man.
Well, these two young men.
Nah. Don't do this. Don't do this. All
right, my
Because
fault.
it's gonna be taken out of context.
Striking Vipers on Black Mirror, Netflix. Go check it out. I would just leave it at this. Two friends play video games, and you're able to go inside the video games
Oh, okay.
as yourself
So imagine we play
and
Mortal Kombat.
be the character. I would just say in Mortal Kombat, you're supposed to fight.
Yeah.
What these two men were doing was a little bit more promiscuous. So, you know, the shit would say fight,
Listen,
and they would do something more promiscuous.
we should not be talking about this.
Hold up,
We shouldn't be
hold
talking
up,
about this
hold up.
because
Just hold up.
we're gonna talk about it from a joking standpoint.
Hold up.
I'm done.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
so
I'm done.
all I have is my imagination.
I'm done.
Use it.
When
And move on.
when I hear two men
Yeah.
in the video game.
Beautiful.
As themselves. How close are these men? Are they sitting on the same
There's
couch?
nothing, there's
No.
nothing wrong
They're-
with them being this close to each other. There's nothing wrong.
Yes.
Please get off of this fucking
Nobody's-
topic.
I
Yo,
don't know.
nobody's
I never-
saying
we ain't
nothing,
getting trouble yet.
Devvon. All I said is listen.
I never seen the show.
He never even seen it, Devvon. Listen, Pete. Listen, you heard I just put it?
Yeah.
They play video games together. And you become the character in the game. Like
What game?
imagine I'm playing Mortal Kombat, like how El just said.
He had his
And
crib, I'm at my
I
crib.
become, I don't know, King Kai. I don't know.
Yeah,
And then the other person becomes that person.
Okay.
Like I said, you're supposed to fight in Mortal Kombat. You guys can go watch what happens. They get a little bit more promiscuous. That's it.
What they do?
They get a little bit
know what they
promiscuous.
I don't.
You know
I
what-
didn't watch
You never heard
it.
of promiscuous?
Yeah, promiscuous. girl.
Use your brain.
One
Nelly
of
Furtado.
them was, all right, say it's DC. One of them was Superman.
Okay.
One of them was Supergirl.
Oh, okay. So he chose to.
That's
got
it.
And then they
They
got
played a
it-
little game. That's
they,
it.
They got it shaking.
That's a fact. And I ain't mad. Listen.
They
But
they
it just
got
took
shaking.
it. They took it somewhere.
They
Nah,
was
we're not
on-
gonna
Our
speak about
whole
it.
audience did not need this shit. Like, no one needed this.
They probably
I
saw it,
said,
you know.
I could have saved the audience 3 minutes of their entire
Shout out to
life.
Anthony Mackie, man.
To just say,
Wait, that's his episode?
That's his episode.
That's his episode.
Yes.
He about to subscribe to that.
Yeah.
All right, we moving on, bro.
Yeah, we done.
I like
Scaredy
Anthony.
pants, fuck out of here. I ain't say nothing. They was playing the game. Wasn't they, Devvon?
I'm gonna ask y'all one
That's
question.
all I said.
Alright,
I'm gonna ask y'all one question, then we can move on. 'Cause
I bet.
I've never seen it. I promise to the audience, I've never seen this show.
I'm gonna give you my login after this.
Whatever game they was playing, would you play it?
Me personally, nah.
Yo,
I'm
get the fuck out of here. Yo, you ain't shit,
You-
bro.
you know I don't play
Let me
games.
tell you why
I
you ain't
didn't-
shit,
bro, I didn't
Because
see
the
that.
put niggas, you ain't shit, bro.
I'ma just get out
Yo,
of this one.
Nigga
Yo,
is
say.
a op.
Yo, say.
This is why I fuck with him. That was oppy as fuck. Yo, leave me alone, bro.
Yo, say.
There's nothing.
I don't play games, so I don't.
Okay. I never saw
You
the.
put us
I
in
didn't
such
see the
a
show.
spot. You see how you put niggas in a spot? That was whack. That was trash.
Who's niggas, y'all?
It's all right. What happened on that? What happened on that episode of
I
Black
didn't
Mirror?
see the fucking episode.
It was fine. It was nothing wrong with it. There's
Hell
nothing
no,
wrong
was
with this
nothing
shit.
wrong
It
with
was
it.
all good, and that's all
Who
we
said
got.
there was something wrong with
all
it?
I got to fucking say.
Nobody's-
I ain't had no
nobody's-
problem with the episode
No-
at all.
It's a very entertaining episode.
Debbie in his
Yo,
field.
it is a very entertaining episode.
I didn't see it. I gotta check out.
Yeah,
that
now check. I'm
episode.
gonna give you my login. For
Bet.
sure.
Good looking, bro.
I got you.
We got anything else on tech?
Uh,
Dev, you alright, bro?
Elon.
I'm good. I'm good.
Shout out to the audio nerds. Auto-Tune Pro X just came out.
That's a fact. Auto-Tune
go
Pro
get
X
that.
just came out. That's a fact.
I don't even know what that
You
is.
know
It's a
what?
new auto-tune.
real
They came out
quick,
with a new
I heard.
auto-tune. It's about to be
Look,
lit.
I heard.
I was
know a
going
little
to try to. I
something.
was going to try to.
I know a little something.
I don't
Yeah,
even know
Auto-Tune
none
Pro
of that.
X came out.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Aaron Carter.
Oh
R.I.P.
my God, what a
Yeah,
fucking
rest in
tragedy.
Can y'all,
Aaron
can y'all
Carter.
like explain to me, because I'm not from your era, so I just saw him
I forgot about
and I
that.
saw he was the original Justin Bieber. So like, put me
Not
on.
really, but he had a moment. He was a young child star,
Yep.
and he had a brother who was in a popular band, Backstreet
Yes.
Boys. So, you know, the whole Disney vicious cycle that they put you through.
Yeah.
He just seemed to be like another victim of it. Mental health issues.
Yeah.
You know, having strained relationships with his family, drugs, all of those things have been speculated. I believe he actually went to rehab a few years
times.
ago. Yeah, a few times, right? He went to rehab a few times. A few years ago, he was really vocal on like just doing interviews. I think he did Vlad, I want to say.
Adam
he did
22.
like
I
Adam
saw him a
22.
lot with Adam
No
22.
Jumper.
Yeah.
You know, he had his moments, and he clearly has his demons. But to our generation, he was a figure, right? He was kind of like, you probably like Lil Romeo. Remember Romeo?
Yeah, he
When
was a
when
heartthrob.
yeah,
Yeah, kid heartthrob.
yeah, he was just one of those.
Had a soulful voice. He was. I understand your Justin Bieber comparison because he was a white guy with a soulful voice. Like he had
Right.
he was like, oh, he had a little swag. He had a little swag to him too. He was dope. We liked him a lot.
That's
Like,
a-
I liked him a lot. Excuse me.
Yeah, no, for sure. He was cool. And
He was dope. We all fucked with him.
34 years old is super young.
Wow.
Oh, that's how old I am.
And it's really
Wow,
just
wow,
sad
wow.
because obviously we talked about Takeoff last week. And it's just weird aging because
Eerie.
when you're younger and people pass away, you kind of just think it's a way of life. It's like, oh, I didn't really know. Like, I remember the person for me was like Luther Vandross.
What do you
right?
mean?
I remember when he passed away, it was a huge deal.
Damn, this nigga is old.
What you,
You be talking about Devvon.
how am I old? You don't remember
That's
Luther?
the last death that affected you. You hear
No,
him?
I didn't say affected.
You hear
me.
him? He said the last death that affected him was Luther Vandross.
said the first.
Nigga, it is about to be 2023.
Bro, that's
Thank
not
God
what
I came today.
I ain't
Y'all
gonna lie,
niggas
I wouldn't
bored.
have caught that if Alex.
Y'all hear this nigga?
You
That
right? I was
was
like,
if I said last, I misspoke. I meant the
oh,
first.
Oh.
I said the last. Okay, my bad.
I was like,
the first time somebody had passed away when I was young, you just
Yeah.
think it's a way of life. Like
Sure.
you don't really understand the nuances of life and death when it comes to like celebrities.
Right.
Right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, they old, they're famous, they're probably supposed to pass away. Like it was just so normalized. But as you grow up with these people and you see their careers and you see their highs and their lows, and now we got social media, so we see even more of them.
Right.
And then they pass away. It's like, holy shit, like this life thing is fragile. So, love on those who love you, and again, rest in peace to Aaron Carter, Takeoff, and everybody else that we lost throughout the year.
Yeah, man.
P&B.
You saying that really threw to me because I had this convo last week. I was introduced to Michael Jackson and his death because I saw it on CNN with my parents.
How old were you when he passed?
What do you mean?
I was 5.
He was fucking super young.
That was 20.
Wow.
2009.
2008, 2009.
And
You
so-
were
were
in college.
Really?
And so for him, he probably expected Michael Jackson to pass
know
away
Michael.
because
He didn't know
he
who
was
he
young. He didn't know who he was. Like that was so normal for him. But for us, it was like, yo, that is Michael Jackson that
That's
passed
weird.
away.
Yeah, that was
It's
weird.
completely different. So yeah, it's eerie. It's eerie aging.
It really is.
It's
man.
very eerie,
not
and
gonna
I
lie.
don't know if
like
people
that we
had those
celebrate.
kind of conversations.
Nah, yeah, it's weird. For me specifically, it's like I just feel like, the trends just came easier to me. Now I just feel like I really have to pay attention, man. That's bugging
feel
me.
you.
That's
And
bugging me these days.
That's kind of why I kind of stay in my place of like what I like. Like I'm very big on like what I like, and I'm very big on like, oh, I want to try this. Like for instance, even just me like wearing a gold glove in some of my content. Like I just like the gold glove. Like I like to go out with the gold. Like I always just stick to like I like this, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
do
I'm
it.
gonna do
You
it.
know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
like my hair. Like I look at all the kids. I hate saying all the kids, but the generation before, like under me, I don't know what to fucking say. Younger kids, whatever. Like I see the younger generation, right? Like there's a certain hairstyle that is them. It's like, oh, that's like the staple of y'all generation and y'all hairstyle. It's not for me, right? It's not for me, and I don't want to do it because in the back of my mind, I'm like, I feel like I'm trying to be like y'all. So it's just like for me, I just like I'm gonna stay away from that. I'm gonna stay in my own, you know what I mean, my own element. I like it. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I want to try something, but
do y'all feel like
I feel strange.
Do you guys feel like you guys are gonna start dressing differently when y'all get like into your 40s and 50s?
one thing.
I've been thinking about this, man. Let me hear it.
You can look at an older person, right?
Yeah.
And you can see exactly the moment when they stop being cool by how they dress. Like now. Think about it. Think about all of this 55-year-old dudes you know, right? You literally look at them when they go out to a party, and you can tell what era they stop being cool.
I never thought about that.
Not
never thought about
dancing, their fashion.
The fashion.
You can see
go,
where that
oh,
fashion.
that was 07.
That's when you said
you peaked at 05.
This is the end of my fashion. I'm not.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is where I stand.
Yeah.
Like when I see a dude in a 55s, when he's still dressing like early 2000s, like late 90s,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know like, oh, you stop being cool right there.
But what if he's dressing like the 20-year-olds? What if
Those
he's
people just have
45?
Those are
identity
rare.
issues.
Do
No,
you
they
think
just
that's
have
I don't think that's
identity.
I
identity.
don't think that's identity
They
crime.
gotta stop.
Nah,
They
because you
gotta
ain't gonna do that
stop.
to me. Because you're not gonna do that to me
You're
when
not
I'm
gonna do that
50.
to me,
You're not
bro.
gonna do it to me. I'm still gonna make sure I dress
Right.
in a way that looks good on me.
Hey.
Right? I don't have to do every trend, but at the same time, like I look at even my pops, right? I'm not gonna hold you. My pops, that nigga know how to do it. I ain't gonna lie.
It's a mixture.
It's a mixture where he's an older dude,
Yeah, yeah.
but he do it right. Where I look at him, I'm like, you still up to date. Like you
Ah,
not
you-
far off.
you
You
put
know
that
what I mean?
together,
Oh, like
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yo, Fab made good music.
Fabs
love
still
Fab.
put it together.
No,
Well,
Fab is still dressing.
He still put it together.
No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
I didn't say like-
I'm saying he
I didn't say
still
like
puts himself
Joe.
together well.
Huh?
What, you shot crazy.
Crazy.
All right, this nigga
Huh?
is nuts.
Yo, Fab.
I was supposed to- I'm sorry.
Yo,
This is not
Fab
my
new
pod.
song hard
This
as
is
hell.
not my pod.
audio pod, my audio nerd
Don't throw
pod,
that shit after that pod. Look at this nigga.
Your co-host.
Stop messing with my corporate pod. That's a corporate pod.
Oh, is it really? My bad.
Fab,
Shout out to the
no,
tech.
no, no, no.
Nah, y'all
To
heard
the tech people.
That's
shout
a
out
tech
to-
pod.
Yeah, shout
You
out to
better stop.
Shout out to Fab and Jim Jones for Rich Hustle. That was a good record.
Nah, dope record.
Where
dope
did
record.
you go? Yo, that nigga
You know he's
went
the new
into the
music.
locker room and went
What
and
a
said, let me go
back-to-back
get this
record.
shit.
Nah, which I said, Fab got a good song out that right now.
Fab don't dress no more? Fab don't dress no more?
Nah, he still got the overcoats with the basketball jersey under it.
Fab.
No, he don't.
See, Fab, one of those cats that.
We don't gotta. Everybody knows Fab, bro. We don't gotta.
Fab could dress.
Let's
I'm
not
not
do that.
shitting on dress.
He
Fab could
dressed.
always. Fab is always dressed well throughout my entire time. Like he was the old nigga that was young.
Old nigga that was young. Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something
Growing up,
about Fab that he's one of the smartest men I've ever met? You know why?
Right.
He called himself a young OG, and I got up and said,
man.
Yep.
Yup. No, you're right.
That's
how you do it.
branding at its finest.
That's how you do
It
it.
worked.
That was amazing.
That's how you do
young
it.
OG, nigga?
That's a fact.
That
Fab
was
has never
hard.
looked over 35 in my lifetime.
That's a fact.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
No matter that.
Take a page out of the Fab book.
When I heard you say men dressing, I don't know why it made me think of 50 Cent. 50 Cent still dresses like 2005.
And it's okay.
But
it works for him.
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
It works. He wears he matches his snapbacks with his belt. He matches his fitted with his belt and his shoelaces.
With his car.
And then he has those designer pieces that are timeless, right? Those Burberry pieces
Yeah.
that are just forever timeless. So you're just not gonna say nothing.
It
on
works for him.
It does work
It
for him.
really does.
Yeah,
I never thought about
and
that.
I've thought about it because I'm like, damn, when I touch 40, 50, like, am I gonna be that dude that kind of has my own style, or am I gonna do that mixture of, all right, these are what the 25-year-olds is wearing. Let me see the brands they into. Or,
I'm gonna tell you the cure
Yeah, yeah.
for dressing or for being able to dress when you get older.
Right.
I'm gonna give you a trick.
What?
I'm gonna tell you a tip. And you can take it or leave it. You don't gotta believe me. You don't gotta follow this trend. But once you reach a certain age and you don't know how to dress, all you have to do is get in shape. Get in shape, and
Yeah,
the
that's so
clothes
true.
will lay however they lay, and you're good. You don't have to worry
talking.
about brands, keeping up with fat.
He
All
talking.
you have to do is get. I promise you, I have planned my life ahead for
talking.
the next 15 to 25 years.
Savon talking.
So
This is
when
your plan.
y'all see
Savon
me
talking.
start falling off with the drip, y'all already be killing me on my drip. Like y'all
Not
be
me.
like, yo, what you wearing, my nigga? Like I feel y'all, but
Not me.
There's
I
gonna
feel
come a
y'all.
day.
That
There's
was
gonna
dark.
come a day where
He's right though.
I'm just gonna up it on y'all, and you can't say anything about
He's so
what
right.
I wear because it's
it
how
be
it
some
looks.
it be some brolic 55-year-old niggas with academic jeans on. You think I say anything? to them?
Holy shit.
You think I say anything to them niggas? I just go, no, he look good.
You old enough to know what academic jeans are?
That is me.
I know what they are.
You know what academic jeans
Yeah,
are?
with the Echo Limited top. Come on.
The N Yeast with
Oh,
the N
sorry.
Yeast with the N Yeast hoodies.
I'm about to go,
He don't know about N Yeast though.
NYC?
NYC.
NYC? How old were you when you found out it was NYC? Last year?
That's what a Nietzsche was.
Yes, NYC.
So
shit.
it's not a Nietzsche.
It's not a Nietzsche.
I just found that today.
I didn't know that.
I don't even know
Oh,
what you're
I
talking
thought it
about.
was a Nietzsche.
It was a brand called ENYCE. And we used to pronounce it in the hood.
Wow.
We pronounce it in
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche.
I used to be like, yo, that N Yeast.
This why we. Yo,
was
where's
a-
Reggie?
A big
Where's
brand.
Reggie? Where's Reggie?
Nah, this hood shit.
Reggie,
It's a
we miss
hood
you.
pod. It's a
Reggie, we
hood
miss you.
cast.
Where's Reggie?
In Nietzsche. But I just found out last year it was pronounced
Otherwise.
NYC.
Because it's spelled
NYCE.
ENYCE.
We are disgusting human beings.
That's why we need Reggie. That's why we can't do this shit no more. Next time she's not here, we not coming.
You know what brand you used to look like you used to wear back in the day? A lot?
Lot 29.
Oh my God, did you wear that?
Yes.
You used to wear,
That nigga said it
used
with
to
the
wear
sweetness.
what's the shit J. Cole used to wear a lot?
Which one?
With the
Echo?
tree. No, with the tree. Oh my God, it's related to
Timberland?
Oh my God.
You know Timberland got that tree on it. You know Timberland got a tree.
You know what I'm talking about? It was like a tree. It was like it was related to Lot 29.
I can tell you all the bad drip I wore. Echo, Unlimited,
I wore
Coogee,
Echo in
Academics.
middle
Nah,
I
He
wore a lot
wore
of
Jabot.
Coogee.
You wore Jabot?
I've never heard of Jabot.
That's past us a little bit, OG.
Yeah, nigga, you
That's
1977.
past us a little bit, OG.
1977 ass nigga trying to put that on me. Nah,
That nigga said Clark's?
Come on.
Wallabies?
Yo, you had I know what you used to wear.
What I used to wear.
Lugs.
You get the
Lugs.
fucking,
You was on the lugs?
fucking
You had
silly.
lugs?
My mother brought them shits on. I said,
Fat
you got
Farm?
me fucked up. I had a Fat Farm snorkel. I ain't gonna lie. A navy blue one. Hold on. That's when it was a little alright. Like it was like, alright, you know, Russell Simmons. Ooh. You had what sneakers? The Fat Farm sneakers? You a nasty nigga. I ain't gonna lie. You had the kicks. You was nasty.
Wasn't it the Pussycat Doll version?
Oh, that was Kimura's
Yeah,
brand.
they had that
what was
shit.
What was Kimura's brand?
Kamora.
Baby Fat.
Baby Fat.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Baby Fat?
Baby
Nah,
Fat was
I
a
like
thing.
girls in Baby Fat back in the day.
Baby Fat
I
was a
still
thing.
do.
To this day, I'm with him.
My nigga, if a girl pull up to you on a Tinder date and she got Baby Fat on, she's trying to rob you.
Hey,
She's going to fucking rob you.
if she pull up in that or a juicy sweatsuit,
A
Oh my
juicy,
gosh.
the
I'm
juicy couture. I'm staying.
Yep.
The juicy couture
Yes,
shit?
sir, I'm staying.
That's a nasty girl too.
I know.
The head is fire.
I'm staying.
Oh, it's the main episode.
hey Reggie, my fault.
Don't bring up Reggie after
Where
that.
is Reggie at, bro? We
I'll be
can't-
wildin'.
We
You used
can't-
to used to sleep with girls in juicy couture sweatsuits?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I didn't do none of
I
that.
used to tell him to
ever.
keep it on.
I never did none of that.
Keep that shit on. She's like, it's hot in here.
Yo.
It's hot in
Yo,
here.
they going
Outta
like
here.
this Steph and Clay tonight.
You just gotta move it to the side.
Move it to the side.
Yeah.
Just roll them.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's a king. That's a king.
That's my style.
Just moving the panties to the side
That's
is
my
a thing.
style.
Oh, that's
You're
a
right.
kink.
That's
because
my
it's-
kink. I'm into that. I don't know
It's
why.
extra work.
I don't know what.
I don't know
it is
why I'm
about
into that.
the visual component.
Is it extra work or is it
moving?
just it's right there?
Nah, it's extra work.
Word?
It's extra work because when you gotta move it,
Oh,
now it's
yeah,
an
yeah.
uncomfortable of like
Okay,
hold that
okay. Nah.
while you know.
What it
yeah.
is for me
Those
is
shit gonna
like
drag up and
she's just as horny as me.
Yeah.
She
You know how
down.
dumb horny she gotta be for her to just let me move it to the side and go to work. We
Queens.
both, yeah,
Queens.
Love them.
dangerously horny.
Love them.
But yeah,
Baby fat man. Yo.
Yep.
yeah, it's time to get up out of
It's
here,
time to
man.
get the
It's
fuck
what you
outta
need to
here.
know now. Y'all cool, Alex?
Yo, I'm cool, man. This has been great.
Okay. My Audio Nerds podcast. Please let them know where they
I
can
do
find
not
you.
like-
No, let them know where they can find you. Seriously.
Nah, honestly, I don't like my audio nerds associated with this. But if you want to hear,
Bitch, you a part of both.
I'm about to slap this nigga. Say no. I'm about to smack him right now for real.
You can catch us on all streaming platforms every Wednesday. Video drops at 2 p.m. every Wednesday on Help Me Devvon YouTube channel.
That's right.
Hey.
6 a.m. audio
Shout out to
drop.
Courtney. Shout out to Courtney.
Shout out to
Shout
Courtney.
out to Courtney
Courtney,
too, man.
man.
Yeah.
And shout out to Regi.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
Need to Know podcast. Is what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. Peace out, y'all.
Gang.